Yeah, we're gonna move on to the
Anyway,
next topic. I don't know if you have things to say on that topic, Phoenix, but me and Paji had a talk before starting the
Oh
talk
God.
show.
why is my camera? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
now it's back now. So we're gonna talk about the religion matter, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen. I have ears.
Now you're gonna talk as well.
I'm all ears. I love to listen about different. मैंने सारे religions के बारे में
Yeah,
at least 20 50 घंटों के podcast देख रखे.
देख रहे हैं
I
वो.
love exploring other religions,
Okay.
but I do not want to get converted.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nobody
same.
said anything about being converted, but yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
First of all,
I haven't.
भाई I don't want to name any religion, but मैं उस religion के ऊपर बहुत explore कर रहा था, and I asked a question to his क्या बोलते हैं उसको जो teacher, and he was like, get converted, we will sort you out.
bruh.
And I was like, bro, asking a question is not getting converted to sort it out, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I
Okay,
blocked
so
him, and
basically, I told you, right? I'm a huge ally, and so there was this person who put up a post, right?
तान
That
मार दिया.
according to religion, it's not allowed.
Hmm.
So I was just like, I started talking with him in like a discussive manner, like, why do you think so?
Yeah.
Right? He says that this verse here says so. I was like, it says a man. And according to the religious books, never ever, when you represent a man is said because it's a, male dominated society.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A male just refers, any referment to human being is usually
he's a
done through
man.
man.
Yeah.
Even God is sometimes referred to as a man, but God has no gender, that's already defined.
Yeah.
Right. So you cannot actually say that, man, that verse actually means something else. So, we had that quiet discussion for 2 and 3 hours. And then later he also agreed, like, yeah, you may be right. I don't know if he actually agreed or just to shut me up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I go to priest, I go to, different people. I don't listen to podcasts and stuff, but I go to them and, talk it out with them
Yeah.
every
Yeah,
time,
it's
why you
easier to
believe
go
that.
in Delhi because if you do that in Bhubaneswar, people are definitely going to think you are going to get converted. I have been to Gurudwara, I have been to church, I've been to temples.
Yeah.
I have never been to mosque and I don't want to be because I have had past, weird past. So
Past
yeah,
experience.
I don't want to past
Okay.
experiences, so I
Yeah.
won't go in a mosque.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love to explore about different religions.
Yeah.
But why if I can show you how many religious speakers have blocked me on Twitter, you would be amazed. You would be amazed.
I won't, don't
Yeah.
worry.
You
Okay.
would be amazed.
Okay. I want to talk about something. Okay. So I won't mention which particular religion, but you guys must
Uh-huh.
have heard about like if someone from a particular religion does something bad or something controversial in the world and it gets the news spreads out throughout the world.
One emergency.
Huh?
Wait, what? Nothing.
I mean,
The people who actually brains got that joke.
okay. So when I say like if some people from a particular religion do something bad and
Mhm.
the other people, the general people, they bring hate to the whole religion, not just those people. Do you guys think that's fair?
Uh, I have multiple answers which can get me cancelled. So
Doesn't matter.
first, urban legend should say.
What? Okay.
So
Okay.
urban
So
legend should start.
that's definitely not fair
Yeah.
because no religion in its actuality and basic core values teaches you to be destructive.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing something in the name of religion, you as a human are interpreting it wrong
Yeah.
because never any religion won't ever,
If the
tell
religion.
you to go murder someone or tell you to,
Yeah.
kill animals or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right. If uh, I'll just take an example here, right? So if you're saying, so every religion except for Sikhism right now,
Yeah.
and I guess
Wait,
Buddhism as well.
wait. Do you call Sikh as Sikhism?
Sikhism.
Yeah,
Because
Sikh,
I talked to Gurudwara में जो teach करते हैं उसको क्या बोलते हैं?
Sikhi.
नहीं, like the person who teaches, speaks, जो ग्रंथ
So
पढ़ते हैं,
that's
उन उन
भाई
उन उन
लाइक
सर से
वर्ड तो मैं
मैंने
भी भूल गया
पूछा,
एक्चुअली एग्जैक्ट।
क्योंकि उन सर से
ग्रंथी
मैंने पूछा,
ओ
ग्रंथी
डू यू,
ग्रंथि,
ग्रंथ जो पढ़ते हैं ना,
ग्रंथि।
नहीं, ग्रंथ जो
ग्रंथी
पढ़ते हैं, द
ग्रंथी
पर्सन हु
ग्रंथी
रीड्स द ग्रंथ,
हाँ ग्रंथि।
ग्रंथी। सो
भाई साहब
आई आस्क्ड हिम, आप सिखिज्म के कुछ बेसिक प्रिंसिपल बोले, व्हाट इज सिखिज्म, देयर इज नो सच थिंग एज सिखिज्म,
So basically,
वी
Sikhism is
कॉल
a
इट सिखी।
English word. Yeah,
या
Sikhism is a word
इन
because like Buddhism
बुद्धिज्म इज लाइक
that
दैट।
comes in. But yeah, as I
yeah,
told you already, it's Sikhi.
या
सिखी,
Punjabi mein it's called Sikhi,
सिखी।
मुझे उसके लिए,
right?
मेरे को वहां पे डांट पड़ा था, बट आई अंडरस्टूड, सो या।
यार वो लगता है पंजाबियों की थोड़ी
होता
नहीं,
है।
नहीं, बट
बोलना
ही वो
हार्श होती है, वो
अच्छे
डांट
अच्छे
या
लगती है।
नहीं, वो अच्छे
हाँ.
वे में समझा है, मेरे को अच्छे वे में समझा है, सो आई एम नॉट ऑफेंडेड, यस।
So I would say every religion except for two maybe, or any new religions that are coming up, uh,
मैं
every
वैसे एक
religion
नया
is
रिलीजन
more
बना रहा हूँ,
than
फीनिक्स रिलीजन,
चुप चुप चुप
सो साइन अप।
चुप।
सॉरी 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 सॉरी
that
सॉरी।
that's more than 1,000 to no 5,000 7,000 years old. Hinduism itself, Muslims, Christianity, everyone goes before Christ, right? And the start of Christ. So basically what happens, right? Even if the truth was taught at that point, right? Suppose for example, if education at today stops and there are no more scientists in the world, who will pass on the knowledge? Humans, right?
या
And humans always have that inaccuracy, right? They'll be printing the books themselves, they'll be doing everything, no one to check the correctional of the book, like how correct is the book.
या
So over a particular time, even if 500 years, 1,000 years, 5,000 years, that data is going to be corrupted because humans in their natural form are not pure,
या
right? They're full of ego, proud, and all the five vices that you
या
say.
नॉट मी, आई एम जस्ट डिफरेंट
yeah,
लेवल।
humans are a mixture of good and bad in yeah 50
Yeah. So basically, at some time, that pride or something, ego, what do you say, the five things make up your ego, right? That ego is gonna interfere and let me change the text, so, and then you spread that message around, so that actually differed from what the leaders of any religion left us with.
yeah okay
So that is gonna happen in any religion over time.
yeah there gonna be changes coming through as the time
and
passes.
every time and every time another religion came, right, this also tried to solve upon that thing, because so I'll give you an example from Sikhism itself, right? uh so all the other religious books, right, I'm not saying they're incorrect or anything, but all the religious books were never written by the prophets or the leaders themselves.
Yeah,
See, Bhagavad Gita was not written by Krishna ji.
True.
The Christ himself did not write
Bible.
the Bible.
Yes.
The Quran was not written by the Prophet,
Yes.
right? So every religious book was not overchecked by their own leaders. It came 200 years after. And if I tell you one thing today, Phoenix, you're going to be like, okay, I'll tell you one thing. After 2 days, you'll forget it.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
if after 2000, and we have all played Chinese Whisper.
Yeah.
One message comes out as another message. So after 200 years of passing of the same message, that message tends to change.
Yeah.
So any religion, so that thing that came up in Sikhism, right? The 10th Guru, even because the Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the 10th Guru of Sikhs, right? He had a doubt in his mind that because I crossed a river, if you know about his lifestyle, basically his family got separated, all his work got separated, right? So in his dying, when he was like, he knew he was going to pass away, right?
Deathbed.
Yeah, at his deathbed, he was sure that he's not going to include any of his own words into the Guru Granth Sahib,
Okay.
because they might be referred to as something else, or they might be, interpreted as changed.
Yeah.
What he did was he compiled the works of the first 9 gurus,
Mm-hmm.
every word that was said by them, right? And not just him, every the second, like the first guru came, the second guru, what he did, he compiled all the work of first guru and wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
Then the third guru came, he compiled all the work of the second guru, and so on till the ninth guru.
Yeah.
So what 10th guru did, he revised everything.
Mm-hmm.
He made 5 writers write down every word that he spoke,
Mm-hmm.
right? Spell checked everything on its own. He stamped in the end that, this is the final thing.
Yeah.
No word is gonna be added or removed after this.
Yes.
This is my final stamp of approval.
That became Guru Granth Sahib.
So that became Guru Granth Sahib, and not just the 9 gurus. The lines from hymns and poems, poetry of many other Sufi saints, and stop eating, or give or send me.
He didn't hear that.
So
सॉरी मम्मी बुला रही है यार, मैं खाना था
अच्छा, मैं कहा खा रहे हो कुछ.
खा
नहीं खा रहा हूँ बट मैं सुन रहा हूँ, बट मम्मी बुला रही तो मैं ध्यान हट गया.
So words and hymns, basically it's all poetry. Guru Granth Sahib is all poetry.
Yeah.
So poetry from all other religions, all other saints, even bhagats, Sufis,
Yeah.
everyone's knowledge is included in that, as long as it's truth.
Mm. Yeah.
If it's the truth, it's there. And
Okay.
it was like spell checked, and every word to word it was checked for these 5 copies.
Yeah.
And even today, no other governing body other than the Sikh governing body, that is the SGPC in Punjab side and overall, and in Delhi it's the Delhi Sikh Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee.
Yeah.
These 2 committees can only have one each printing press, which prints Guru Granth Sahib, and you have to get it issued from there.
Yeah. This,
So you cannot buy Guru Granth Sahib from anyone.
no.
No, you cannot just buy it.
Yeah.
First of all, they also have to check that.
This is not affected.
You
Just give
have
me a
one. But can I get in like simple Hindi or English, because वो तो पंजाबी में लिखा
Maybe
हुआ है ना.
English. Oh, maybe online. Sorry.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah, any other, there can be no other printing press or printing body for
Yeah.
Guru Granth Sahib, right? And to get a Guru Granth Sahib, there are several rituals that you have to follow.
Wait,
You have
what?
to,
Yeah.
yeah, you not everyone can keep it at their home.
It's a
So
second.
I
You
don't
have
want
to
to
give-
keep it, but I want to read it, like
So if
online.
you, online it's available now,
Yeah.
but people tend not to do that, because we say it's a guru, not a book.
Yeah.
For us, Guru Granth Sahib is a guru,
Yeah.
and as a living embodiment of any other guru, right? He is a human for us.
Yeah. It's a. Yeah.
And every page, we don't call page, we call ang.
Hmm. Yeah.
So every ang means body part,
Yeah. Organ.
right?
Yeah.
Organ, body
No,
part.
because
Basically,
I'm not asking this for myself. I have a friend.
Yeah.
He's a close friend of mine. He's an atheist, 100% atheist.
Hmm.
नास्तिक को एथिस्ट बोलते हैं ना. हाँ, he's atheist.
Hmm.
ठीक है, थोड़ा cool बन रहा हूँ.
Hmm.
तो he has read everything
Hmm.
from Bible to Quran
Hmm.
to Bhagavad Gita
Hmm.
to Guru Granth Sahib, but he has read everything online. He preaches us. He never does. वो दारू सुट्टा कुछ नहीं करता. जब से उसने सब पढ़ लिया ना, वो दारू सुट्टा सिगरेट सब छोड़ दिया.
Hmm.
He has left everything. He has become a good guy. But that he always keeps preaching us. But मैं वही बोल रहा था, is जो online भी पढ़ते हैं and they claim that they have read it, is that मतलब जो भी वो पढ़ते हैं वो सही है नहीं है?
yeah,
वही मैं
it's
like.
sahi to a level.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you have a Punjabi text and you're translating it to a English text, it would lose some of its meaning.
Yeah.
Similarly with the Quran, if it's everything is in Arabic and Persian, right? If you're converting it, it's gonna lose its meaning.
Yeah. You have to read it
So-
in its purest form, basically, to get
So
the.
how
Yeah,
about
that's-
people who read like क्या बोलते हैं, explain it, like there are some podcasts or there are some people who make videos, like they explain क्या लिखा है गीता में, क्या लिखा है कुरान में,
So,
क्या लिखा है
see, देखो खुद कोई इतना इंटेलिजेंट नहीं है कि जो लिखा है ना वो समझ सके,
Hmm.
हाँ हाँ
टू बी ऑनेस्ट. ठीक है, But okay, so if you're gonna read Guru Granth Sahib online, I'll tell you what it's available online. You'll have there's two things called translation and translation.
Hmm.
Right. There's gonna be a translation available how to pronounce the Punjabi words as a part of English, right?
Hmm.
HU, who, karke, and you know how to pronounce it. That's called
Hmm.
translation.
Hmm.
There's gonna be an English translation which exactly tells you what the two lines are about.
Hmm.
And there's gonna be a Punjabi translation of 5 lines at least for the same 2 lines. So obviously the thing that's being explained in Punjabi is more intensive,
Yeah.
right? So people who read it in Sikhism as well, you know, there's not just reading of the Guru that's encouraged.
Hmm.
You know, never ever there has been, you know, just go read Guru, believe in God. No,
No.
No, you can't obviously.
Sikhism doesn't focus on that. Sikhism says, you know, experience God.
Yeah.
And once you experience something, you'll definitely believe in it.
Yeah.
Right? You experience the sun coming up, you experience the sun's warmth, you say, yes, sun is hot.
Mhm.
It's some.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Summarization is
वो
not
बोलते हैं
a
ना,
translation. No, it's not technically.
yeah, it's not technically, yeah. I mean, वो बोलते हैं ना बच्चे लोग को, ऐसे तुम लोग कितना भी बोलो, आग में हाथ मत डालो, वो डालेगा जब तक उसका एक बार हाथ नहीं
हाँ.
जलता, he won't recognize that
Yeah.
you should not do that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
उस concept पे basis पे, Sikhism never tells कि, you know, just believe blindly.
Yeah.
Even Guru Nanak Dev Ji, if you know from his early life, he questioned everything.
Hmm.
Not to insult others, because he was curious.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He achieved, you know, enlightenment at age of 20s, in his 20s.
Hmm.
हम 20s में एनीमे देखते हैं.
सो
So
क्या
which-
हुआ? सो क्या हुआ? भगवान का नाम लो सुबह उठ के,
I mean, I do
जो
it.
मर्जी करो, फिर पूरा दिन का काम करो. Guru Nanak Dev Ji used to run a store.
Hmm.
You don't have to
what?
give up your daily chore. Yeah, he used to
Seriously?
run a store.
Do,
Yeah.
do you know,
He-
Felix?
No, I don't.
Sikh religion was founded by the 10th Guru, right? But you know, Guru Nanak Dev Ji was
Mhm.
actually a Hindu back in the day. He was.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I watched.
Yeah.
But I'll tell
So
you
think
one second.
everything about us comes from a different aspect, from a
Yeah.
different group, right? Yeah, Basics of Sikhi is a good channel. I follow it.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
will. I will.
so
I will watch.
everything comes from a different aspect, and there's this. So the no the title of Sant in our religion has been given to only 2 or 3 people till now.
Mhm.
After the gurus, Sant is the next. You know, Sadhu Sant कहते हैं ना जिसको.
Uh-huh.
Only 3 people have gotten that. And one of these Sant who was like a very good preacher, right? He tells how he describes the entire Sikhi like a canvas,
Okay.
right? So what the first 9 guru did, they painted on the same canvas. They created a very beautiful painting,
Hmm.
but for the world to see it, it needs to be hung on the wall, right?
Yeah.
And for that, Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th Guru, provided the frame for it.
Hmm.
He did not add his own inputs, but he framed the entire thing. He defined a set of rules on how a Khalsa should behave as, not a Sikh. A Khalsa should behave as. And
What's the
Khalsa
difference? What's the difference? Like,
a Sikh can be of any religion, you know, believing in Guru and the Vaheguru. They can even believe in Allah, they can even believe in Christ,
And-
still follow Guru Granth Sahib.
Uh-huh.
You know, Guru Granth Sahib says that there's actually a paragraph in Guru Granth Sahib
Mhm.
where Guru Nanak Dev Ji is telling Hindus how to be a good Hindu, and he's telling Muslims how to be a good Muslim. Not leaving the religion, but how to be good at it.
So yeah.
You know, do your prayers, do everything, and be a good human. And he's telling them, right? So reading spiritual books does not convert you, basically.
Mhm.
So, and a Sikh, as I told you, means a learner. And if you're learning from Guru Granth Sahib, you're already a Sikh.
So I mean, I can be a Hindu, but and at the same time, I can be a Sikh. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. And to be a part of Khalsa now, the Khalsa is the like in the layman terms,
Baptist,
it's baptized
baptism.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Khalsa now comes as the army of the god.
Now, like
Now,
2023.
yeah, since it was defined, it's the
Uh-huh.
army of the god.
Okay.
Khalsa means, it actually means the pure one,
Mm-hmm.
and it means the army of the god.
Like the
Right?
Baptist, जैसे Christian में
Yeah,
Baptist या हिंदू में जो
like the Christian
जनेऊ.
Baptist. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like that. And see, anyone can enroll in it, right? Because,
Mm-hmm.
but now since it's an army,
Mhm.
imagine there are so many disciplines to follow in an army, right?
Mhm.
If you actually go enroll in an army, they'll crew cut you so you don't focus on your hair. You have to all have to wear the same uniform. They'll give you the uniform,
Fully
boots,
uniform.
everything.
Yeah.
Yep. They'll tell you wake up at 4 in the morning, do these exercise daily. You have to follow it. And if you don't follow it, you'll get punished.
Wait, what?
Like this is how the army works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you how this is how the army works. So now if you see, Khalsa is the army of the god. So there are gonna be set of rules and regulation for Khalsa to follow.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what are the basic rules? When Guru Granth Sahib, Guru Gobind Singh Ji created Khalsa, right? He told us to keep our appearance as such. We got to have 5 Ks, that is Ks, Kada, Kanga, Kachhaira, Kirpan,
Kada by the
with
way.
us at all times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kada, I
Ks,
know.
Kada, Ks, Kada,
Case
Kirpan.
is for hair, kada is for
Case
the
is
हाथ
case
में.
is uncut hair,
Uncut hair,
It's
sorry. Not hair.
uncut hair.
Uncut.
right?
Kada तो
Uh,
जो हाथ में.
and it's not definitely on your head anywhere. It's uncut hair.
Yeah.
It
You don't
can
have
be
to
your
cut your
beard.
Yeah.
beard. Yeah, it's my beard also. It has to be uncut.
Okay. Like जब से आप you join it, you will never cut it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
वो तुम्हें like joining के लिए भी जाते हो, वो तुम्हें पहले कहेंगे कि पहले तुम try out the lifestyle before joining.
अच्छा.
See if you can keep up with it.
Then
Then
only you
join.
can join. Okay.
Because it's no use that at day 1 you're like let's join it, and at day 20 you're like I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Like you, Phoenix.
What?
Not fulfilling commitments.
I'm trying my level best. Don't count me, bro. मेरा God में believe बहुत different है.
मैं
Okay,
तो
so-
क्या ही गॉड में
God.
मैंने कमिटमेंट्स का बोला तूने तुझे
Okay, so wait. You said Kesh, Kada,
कंगा
Kripan,
कंगा
Kanga. अच्छा, Kanga. Okay.
See, okay, and everything represents the duties of a Khalsa, right? Uncut hair is basically nourishes you, makes you caring. You have to care about your body first. You have to keep your body healthy, and you have to, so if you have a long hair, obviously you have to take more care of it, right? Kanga means
कॉम्ब
cleanliness. Calm. It means calm, but it represents cleanliness.
Oh, cleanliness. अच्छा.
You have to be clean every time, right? Every Khalsa Sikh has to wake up at 4 in the morning, take a bath first, and then do God's name.
अच्छा. अमृत
ठीक है?
चखना.
पाजी
Amrit Chakna.
फिनिक्स नो
That's actually going into,
प्योर
that's being baptized.
Oh, being baptized. अच्छा.
या
Yeah. So there's a second K, right? Kada. Kada represents two things. Like steel usually represents bravery, right?
या
कड़ा the हाथ में जो पहन.
हां
Yes. And the second thing is it's called self-restraint.
Oh, Duke, you wear कड़ा. मैं अभी देखा शायद.
आई डू वेयर
So
every
to
time
do it, it's like you have people sometimes wear kada on both hands. It's not right hand related,
You
but
can wear
usually
it on any hand.
people usually wear it on right hand because right hand is the first hand that you put out before you do any work.
Yeah.
If you're a
Yeah.
righty,
Yeah.
it's a dominant
Right,
hand
so-
basically
it's basically
Dominant hand.
people wear on their dominant hand because it shows restraint. That when you are doing something, just you will definitely look at your arm. Your arm will come in front of your eye when you take your hand forward, right? So seeing that kada, you should focus on if it's wrong. What the thing that I'm doing, is it wrong? Should I do it?
Hmm.
This question should pop into your head,
Hmm.
Oh,
right? This is the restraint part. Some people wear it on both hands as a symbol
Hmm.
of hatkadi, basically.
Hatkadi.
You're restraining yourself.
So it's restraining. Like,
Oh, acha.
you can't
Restraining.
move freely when you're
Hmm.
Something in your
arrested,
hand.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Con-
When you have been arrested, you can't move your hands freely. You think
Yeah,
twice
yeah,
before pulling out the
Yeah.
cop's gun.
Oh, hello.
Actually,
So
can I tell a personal story? So I didn't used to wear kada back when I was, in my not early, like school time.
Yeah,
early.
the cool part. The cool
No, no,
part.
no.
When you were
So like
cool.
I wasn't serious about this, and I was like, so before, because I did have long hair, but it wasn't from the beginning. I started becoming, Sardar, quote unquote Sardar, in after class 7, I think. So I stayed there, stayed being Sardar until I came to Australia, obviously, and like it was my choice. It was not like someone, not even my parents didn't ask me to become, so, get long hair and stuff.
Hello. Acha.
And so I did. It does help when you are, actually doing like following the 5Ks. It does affect your mindset as well. I can notice that. Even when I'm not wearing my kada, it's like it. I have anger issues then. Simple as that.
When you're wearing it, you don't feel
Yeah,
anger.
yeah, I control it then most of the time.
Sheesh, man.
Yeah,
That's,
it does
that's
happen.
actually dope.
Yeah,
and secondly, kada can also be used as a weapon. So
yeah.
no fighting.
Have you ever used it as a weapon?
It's an emergency weapon. It's not like
Emergency.
It's not like
Like-
you bash someone's head in. No, it's not Valorant going on here.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I rage less in Valorant.
Yeah.
Kada keeps me from
Yeah.
doing it.
Okay. As a Hindu, should I wear one to control my anger issues?
You can
Yeah,
try.
suggest-
whatever you.
Yeah.
It's not as a Hindu, as I told you, right?
Yeah.
It's your mentality that comes over a generation, right? So when I was young, whenever I used to get sick,
Hmm.
SICK.
Yes, yeah, bro.
When I used to go, when I used to fall ill, right? I never used to, my mom was not like, oh my God, freaking out and do this and do that. She's like, she'll calmly just sit next to me and just tell me stories from Sikhism itself.
Hmm.
That's how your belief comes up to be, right? If they have gone through it, why can't I?
Hmm.
You guys have such a wholesome childhood.
Well,
And
hmm.
like, so many times people have really like literally asked me the same question that, sometimes, especially in India and outside as well, people are going to be making fun of you, of how you look, and, people can be real racist and everything. So, have you ever thought about cutting your hair? Like, I'm like, no, why would I?
Hmm.
Because
But wait, Duke Bhai did cut his hair.
It's my choice.
again, that's
His
his
choice.
choice and his how he was brought up, right?
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
since the beginning, I was listening to stories about Chote Sahebzade.
Hmm. Hmm.
Wait, who is it?
How
It's a
this is a
long
very
story.
big topic. This is
It's a
going to be a
long
very
story.
big
Give me a
topic.
brief. Just give me a brief.
There were two younger sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, it's 7 and 9, who were bricked alive.
Hmm.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Both of them were bricked alive.
Yeah.
The both of them were bricked alive. They had either had to choose Islam or they had to choose death.
Yeah. No, was it
They
something
were
like
the
they have to cut their hair or get bricked alive, something like that, right? So yeah, they chose to get bricked alive.
They were
They were
the
like-
son of
Guru Gobind Singh,
They were the younger sons of Guru
Gobind
Gobind Singh.
Singh.
10th Guru. Yeah.
And what actually is shown in the movie and usually what is depicted is not actually true.
Hmm.
It's 50% of the truth, because those two kids went through so much torture at their age,
Hmm.
right?
Like,
You
how
cannot
old
show
were
that on a
they?
movie.
They were like
7 and 9.
yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah.
So, okay, they were like 3 days prisoners in a very cold bridge that if you still go to that bridge, right, uh, they you will feel cold even in summers.
Where is
And
that bridge? No?
it is in Fatehgarh Sahib, Punjab. And even in winters, they were kept there with no warm clothes, no warm food, nothing. A person used to daily bring them warm milk by bribing the guard who was standing there. And as a bribe, first day bribe, he gave all the wives jewelry. Second day bribe, he gave his house up. And for third day, he gave his life up.
Just to
So
bring those kids warm
just to
milk.
bring the milk, yeah. So they were kept in that with their grandmother, that fort basically.
Yeah.
And day one, they were brought to Wazir Khan's darbar. They had a conversation to convert and everything, forcing the kids to convert. That if the kids convert, his father Guru Gobind Singh Ji will be in great shock, and he will accept defeat.
Oh.
So just for that purpose, he was torturing kids. Right. And after the darbar, usually what in movie or what if you hear the general version, it will show you that they went back to that fortress where they were kept. But usually what happened at the end of the day one, they were tortured in a different way. At the end of day two, they were tortured in a different way. One of the days they were just hung from the tree, their arms and limbs, like feet and arms, were stretched out, hung from tree, and they were thrown stones at. Imagine, if a mosquito comes in your face, even near your face, you just do like this, immediately. You wave your hand to fly it away. And kids that age, can't do anything, blood dripping out of their face, and obviously it attracts insects, right? And they can't do anything, and this restraint on their part. So this is one of the reasons that I would never leave Sikhi, because if people that age can keep up, why can't I? Right. Second, the example that I follow is of Baba Deep Singh Ji, another great martyr in our history. He fought a battle to liberate Golden Temple when it was attacked at the age of 70 to 80. I don't remember the exact age. He was around 70 to 80. He led an entire army, right, to liberate Golden Temple. And at the first swing of the sword, both the leader of the opposing party and when the swords clashed together, it was so powerful that both of their heads cut off just from the clash.
Okay. Like first clash.
Yeah, they just clashed their swords together and both of their heads cut off. Then some Sikh came to Baba Deep Singh Ji, and just reminded him that, like, how could this be? When you promised your guru, when you promised the Vaheguru or Guru, like Guru and Vaheguru are actually different, and you promised both of them that you would only give your last dying breath after the liberation in Golden Temple. Then how could you lose your breath here? How could you die here? So after hearing that, his body shakes. He keeps up his head in one hand. He picks up his sword from the other hand, and he starts keep on fighting that battle. Now imagine he's 70 to 80 years old, right? His head alone weighs around 15 to 20 kgs because of the turban and the chakras that you wear on the turban. His sword, on the other hand, is called a khanda. When you see the symbol of Khalsa, right? You
The
see
one-handed sword, bigger one.
Yeah, it's one-handed sword and double-edged.
Double-edged.
And it weighs around 15 to 20 kg separately.
Look, I put it in the chat.
Yeah, 15 kg khanda. So he kept on fighting with that.
His head was cut off.
His head was cut off. His head was in his one left hand, and he kept fighting with his right hand. and when the enemy started going backwards, when they showed their back to his, then he started returning to Amritsar, right? And even 5 kilometers from the Golden Temple, he realized, this is it. This body can go no further. From 5 kilometers far, he throws his head. Imagine 70 to 80 years old, he throws his head from 5 kilometers, further from the Golden Temple. He just throws his head and it lands inside the premise of the Golden Temple, facing the Golden Temple, just doing like this. That, he's worshipping God there.
This thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is just a second story that I follow.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, so it's like Sikhism is filled with that, and it's kind of relatively new. So it's like easy to, understand and believe in it. Like there's this floating stone in Pakistan, dude. It's in the air, it's floating. You know this?
No, no, I don't.
So the Gurdwara is called Panja Sahib. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to the Gurdwara, right? What happened was when he went there, people were dying of food and hunger and basically dehydration mainly. And there was this person who used to live uphill who had a wide reservoir. And he was like, I won't give you any water, go away. So what Guru Nanak Dev Ji did, he just took a stone in his hand and he like threw it at the base of the hill. He clashed it there. And as soon as he clashed it, the reservoir started emptying up and the water kept flowing from where he hit the base. Right? This started happening and the person who was living up there was quite like, why is this happening? And he, like the entire temple run boulder, that size boulder, he threw it downhill on Guru Nanak Dev Ji, just so that he would die and also the hole would close up. But as the stone was rolling down, like it jumped into the air, right? And as it was about to fall on Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he stopped it with his bare hand. And it's still there in the air floating.
Phoenix mind blown.
Bro, मेरा वो story सुन के मेरे आंख से आंसू आ गए भाई. I'm not even kidding, bro.
Yeah.
क्या बोला? I'm speechless. I'm speechless right now.
Why, like, there are so many things about Sikhism people don't know.
Yeah.
People misunderstood it. There's like you must have heard 12 baj gaye. The story of 12 baj gaye.
I've heard, but I don't know what. Like I've seen like people say it, but I have no idea what.
Okay. So basically what happened, right? I told you about this emperor who attacked Golden Temple
Oh,
when
yeah,
Baba
I
Deep
think
Singh Ji went
you
to
get it.
liberate.
Mhm.
When Baba Deep Singh Ji went to liberate the Golden Temple, right? So what happened before that? So Ahmad Shah Abdali used to frequently raid India. He was an Afghani ruler. He used to frequently raid India and take out the women and the gold.
Mhm.
What Sikhs used to do, they used to stop their camp march in the middle of the day at 12 o'clock exactly. They used to both at 12 in the day and 12 at the night. They would just attack their forces, take the gold and the women back, drop it back to their homes, everything to whom it was taken from, they give it back, the entirety of it. And they used to do this frequently. From there, the phrase came like 12 बज गए तो सिख पागल हो जाते हैं.
Acha, like they will start.
Yeah, they get, उनको कुछ नशा सा चढ़ जाता है, 12 बज जाते हैं उनके लिए. तो from there it came. And after that, Ahmad Shah Abdali decided to attack Amritsar city because he learned that it was settled in by the Guru himself, and he killed every Sikh there, every child, every mother, every father, everyone. Basically, the population of Amritsar went to zero. But the warrior Sikhs used to live in the jungles at that time because the Mughals were also not their friends. Right? They had a price on every Sikh's head. Like if you bring us the cut hair of Sikh, you get itne rupees. If you get us the head of a Sikh, you'll get itne.
Just hair this much.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was a symbol of Sikhs, right? So long
So
hair,
a
obviously.
Sikh is as strong as his hair.
Yeah, so it's like we would rather have our heads chopped rather than get the hair chopped.
Hair stuff. Yeah.
It was like that. It's still like that. But yeah.
So a lot have changed since politically
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of things.
Let's not bring politics.
Yeah.
Politics.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested in listening to whatever you are saying. So let's not bring politics and ruin.
So that happened. He attacked Golden Temple, and this the first thing that happened when he launched a cannon at the Harmandir Sahib. Now we call it Golden Temple because it's gold on it. At that time there was no gold. It's still called the Harmandir Sahib, but people have in short started calling it Golden Temple. But Harmandir
I
Sahib.
don't think Golden Temple is its actual name. Britishers ही तो देखे गए
It's
थे.
Harmandir Sahib.
Harmandir Sahib.
Hari Mandir, Hari ka Mandir. It's God's house.
Golden.
Will I be allowed to go if I visit it?
Yeah.
Yes, everyone is allowed to go, man.
It's basically the main
Go there.
site of Amritsar.
Go there.
Yeah.
Go there. Have food first. Sikhs will never tell you that go into the Gurdwara first. They tell you go have food first.
No, I
Your
have been to
stomach should be
Gurudwara.
full. Your stomach should be full before you worship God.
Acha.
Because if you're on empty stomach, you won't be able to concentrate on God. So go fill up your stomach first. It's like that.
I have been in langars. I have served in langars. रोटी तो नहीं प्रसादा बोलते थे. I have worked in langar and it was
Prasad
very
is basically Punjabi of roti.
yeah, like they made me say never say
Prasad
roti,
is-
say prasada.
Prasad basically comes from prasad, right? So it's a giving. It's a blessing of the god. So it's prasad.
That's why everyone says, respect your food, It's
Yeah.
technically came from that as well. Prashad.
I have worked in the langar यहाँ पे जो local गुरुद्वारा में, and I like enjoyed that. Like
Seva.
बहुत अच्छा लगा था when जब
It's
like
not a work.
nobody would make like होता ना कुछ लोग अजीब, everybody would smile when you serve them. Everybody will smile and that smile would make your day. Legit, no cap.
It's called seva, not a work. It's not a work.
Yeah, please forgive me.
Seva is self-volunteer.
Voluntarily.
Like
volunteer
forgive me
work,
for my
basically.
forgive me for my lack of
Work is what your boss makes you do.
no, forgive me for my lack of knowledge, but like I've done seva and
Dude, we're just discussing. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it's still this is a bit sensitive topic. We don't want to.
No. I'm never offended.
Yeah.
Even if you say something bad, I'll be like, dude, that's your thought process. That's okay. Can't do anything.
I will never. At least I will never say
A woman
bad
was
words.
denied to enter Amritsar Gurdwara just because she had an Indian flag paint on her face. It's because they ban stuff like like you can't wear shorts and you have to have a standard of basically clothes wear, right? And maybe that's
Seedha Sada.
Yeah, Seedha Sada. You don't. Yeah, it's like that. Seedha Sada.
Because I would be honest, I have had. I would take the name of the religions. Okay, don't quote unquote. Don't mind.
Don't
I
clip.
have, yeah. Don't clip this, please. Don't clip. Please don't clip.
I'm not.
I have had Christian preachers block me. I have had Buddhist preachers blocked me. I have had Hindu preachers. No, not Buddhist. Sorry, never. I have had Christian preachers, Hindu preachers, Muslim preachers. There was one more religion I forgot. They have blocked me, but never have I seen any Sikh speaker has never blocked me. They have corrected me. They have got angry होके बोले हैं.
डांटना.
First correct this. डांटे हैं. They have corrected me. They have told me, but they have never blocked me. जैसे ट्विटर पे होता है ना, ब्लॉक कर देते हैं. कुछ भी पूछोगे तो you ask the truth, they block you. I have never been blocked by any Sikh speaker. Unfortunately, मेरा पुराना account got. If you ask question, you know what happens on Twitter. Your account gets deactivated. So I had to make new account. So I'm not going exploring that much. But that has been a true experience of mine. Never have a Sikh speaker, motivationally, like religious speaker has never blocked me on Twitter. How many times I ask a question? But other religions, they do block. Even Hindu religious speakers have blocked me. And I am a Hindu myself, and I asked questions. So, like, I have huge respect. I have huge respect for you guys.
Thank you. I guess. Okay.
Yeah, let's don't go political stuff.
Can we talk about Punjab war in
And politics is
1984?
like what I like about politics is like
Dude, I'll talk about it. I don't
Yeah.
mind. I'll come off stream to my VC.
I mean, see, like कैसा है ना, Modi ji is a good guy. He's like you feel free. अरे, Modi is a good guy. He says you are free to criticize me anytime you want. Just don't do it on my face. मेरे सामने मत करो.
अरे,
पीछे करो कितना. I don't mind. मेरे सामने मुंह पे मत करो. So I have huge respect on it.
मैं तो कहता हूँ जितनी बुराई करनी है सामने करो. That's my personal
वही तो
thought.
बात.
मेरी अगर तुम्हें बुराई करनी है मेरे मुंह पे करो ताकि एटलीस्ट मैं अगर
हाँ,
मेरे को मेरी
सुधरूंगा.
पर्सनालिटी पता है मैं सुधरूंगा. Exactly.
Yeah. Not everybody is like you. Now you have a good aura. You sitting here is like
Okay, let's leave it.
no. You are one of the. I would be honest. You are one of the best guests we have had so far. One of the best. I mean, everybody is good. Nobody is bad. Unlike Duke. Duke is bad. But you are
But
one
he's
of
the host,
the.
no, he's not the guest.
Yeah, but you are one of the best person. One of the best person
Oh,
who has
thank
ever
you.
been, bro.
Clip this, guys.
You can use this clip. I won't mind.
I'm gonna clip the whole 1 hour actually, the section. I'm gonna edit it later.
You can teaching Phoenix.
Yeah.
The
No. It's a good thing. Even I learned a lot of stuff I didn't know.
Even I learned, bro. When he was saying ना, मैं खाली इधर उधर देख रहा था, मेरे आंख से आंसू निकल के जा रहा था. वो नो कैप, मेरे आंख से आंसू आ गया. मेरा पूरा छाती भारी हो गया, bro, when I heard his story, bro.
Okay.
And you know the story when he said Sikhs used to believe that we will give up our head before we give up Sikhism, right? Sikhi. So what I think there is also Saki. We call it Saki. Whatever happened
Saki.
with Guru or people related to Guru or even Sikhs. And because it's just a matter of some few years ago, 500 years ago, it comes in modern history, right? We call it Saki. Right. So another Saki that comes to my mind is of Bhai Taru Singh Ji. Right. He was a common Bhai Taru Singh Ji.
Bhai Taru Singh. Okay.
Right. He was a normal person in the living his normal life like you and me. What's the difference? He used to take like lot of God's name and follow in the path of Sikhism. Right. That's the only difference. And people used to come up with, the Mughals, the small emperors of different regions used to come up with different torture practices that, how should we eliminate this Sikh now? How should we kill him off? How should we kill the other one off? So there was actually big wheels, churning wheels in which, Sikhs were put and the wheels were churned and mixed, six bodies were mixed together like that. There were different practices on how Sikhs were killed. What happened to Taro Singh ji was, first it was decided, let's cut his hair first and then we'll see how it goes. They called in 20 barbers to cut his hair. Every time a barber used to take his knife near the Bhai Taro Singh ji's head, he would get an electric shock from it and his knife would blunt out. Right?
From his
And
hair.
from his hair. The barber used to get a literal shock that he would just take his hand away and his entire knife would used to just blunt out.
And then like
It's
use
a
it.
barber, see, it's a barber's rosy roti कहते हैं जिसको. It's that. He'll keep it, obviously, every time he'll keep it sharp.
Yeah.
Right. So this used to happen. It happened with 1020, and after that the emperor got angry and he's like, we'll remove his entire scalp along with the hair. Forget about the hair. So they called a cobbler.
Mhm.
And as they started removing his head with his skull, right? His brain was actually exposed to the air. And at that time, Bhai Taru Singh ji, from like deep within his mind, just cursed him.
Mhm.
That, jaise you took away one of my body part, right?
Mhm.
You will need my body part to even, do anything in life. Even to breathe, you'll need my body part. Even to go pee pee or poo poo, you'll need my body part. Right? So he left Bhai Taru Singh ji to die because, brain exposed to air.
Obviously, yeah.
How long a person can live? Uh,
Oh, he just removed like scalp.
Entire skull. Yeah, his skull,
Oh.
entire skull. Cobbler, and imagine, no painkillers, no nothing.
Yeah.
A cobbler just,
Please,
with
please,
his
please. No,
hathoda,
no.
he just removed his entire skull from there.
Mhm.
And he left Bhai Taro Singh ji to die. Some Sikhs found Taro Singh ji, took him in jungle, inside their house. They treated him as good as they can. They covered up his head, and he was like, I don't need any more medical care than this. I know I'll die. Right?
Mhm.
So let me just chant the name of God in my dying breath. Leave me alone.
Mhm.
And this happened, and few days later, he's still surviving. Few days later, 2 days later, two people from the emperor's court comes finding him. They had a whisper that he's still alive, so they come finding him. They find him and they're like, emperor is really sorry for his behavior, and this happened. He's really sorry, but the problem is he is not able to go to washroom
Yeah,
for
he's
2
fully
days.
bedridden.
For 2 days, he cannot pee or cannot poo. And if you don't do that, your kidneys will malfunction and your
About to die.
intestines would fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been able to do that for 2 days. Now he's really sorry for his actions. Please suggest what we can do. Right. So Taro Singh ji said, see what I said I cannot take it back. Right. I said he would need my body part. Right. So I cannot take that thing back. But what you can do, my slippers are also part of my body.
Slippers, chappal.
Chappal.
Uh-huh.
So he gave him his slippers and they used to beat the emperor with his slippers to make him have a motion. This way, I guess it was 20 days or 15 days, I don't remember the exact days. After 15 days, the emperor died of beating of chappals. And after 1 day more, Bhai Taro Singh ji died.
He did survive.
He did survive for more than the emperor.
Oh,
See,
my.
that's the power of Sikhism. That's the power of Khalsa, everything.
So,
Sorry.
what do you be like?
Wait,
What do
wait.
you say? What?
Wait. There's an ad coming, so yeah, we have to. But I think
Listen.
people in India, they don't have ads, so we can still speak, I guess.
Okay, so I'm saying, what Mr. Turban Legends, what do you think? What you exactly what you are in? Like,
Hmm.
you follow the basic principle, or like you properly believe in Khalsa? Like, what are your religious views? Like, I don't know how to properly put it in words,
Hmm.
but आप कैसे देखते हो खुद को? Like,
See,
मतलब क्या आप like
right
serious
now,
follower या like क्या?
right now I'm a Sikh,
Hmm.
right? And I don't have that discipline
Mhm.
to follow all the things
Hmm.
once you become a Khalsa.
Hmm.
Sorry, Billy था.
But I try to follow as much as I can.
Hmm.
And once I'm successfully able to do that,
Hmm.
right, I will definitely get baptized.
Oh, you will?
Yep.
But won't your job interfere?
No, why would it? It doesn't say go live in the jungles, dude.
No. I'm just saying like उनका अगर कुछ होगा ना like specific set of rules जो कि आपको सुबह
So,
उठ के ये
yeah,
करना.
you have to wake up at 4 in the morning,
Hmm.
Mhm.
take a bath, do 3 paths from the Guru Granth Sahib itself,
Mhm.
right? 3 different kinds of parts. You have to do them daily.
You have to take bath in 4 in the morning.
Yep, at 4 in the morning.
Okay.
You have to do those parts daily.
Mhm.
Go do anything then. Live your
You're
day.
free. You're
Live
free.
your day. Yeah,
Yeah.
at 7 in the night or 6 or whenever you get time. Do the
Mhm.
evening 2 part. Read from Guru Granth Sahib. Go sleep. You're fine.
Hmm.
Nothing more.
No, nothing more.
No.
The importance is, chanting God's name. That's it.
Mhm.
Believing in God.
And
Stagings.
since everyone, like every Khalsa member should also be, skilled in Gatka.
Hmm.
Gatka is the martial arts,
Mhm.
basically,
Hmm.
right? So they should also be skilled in that. They should be skilled in everything, because as a Khalsa also and as a Sikh also, you're taught to keep a kirpan, right? The one thing that I
Right.
forgot to tell you, that
Kirpan.
kirpan
Yeah.
is made of 2 words, kirpa and an.
Hmm.
Kirpa means a blessing
Hmm.
and an means people, right? So it's to give blessings to people,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right? And you can only use a kirpan. There's a like very popular phrase in Punjabi, right? कि अगर किरपान निकाली है तो खून लगाना पड़ेगा.
Hmm.
That's just a phrase, right?
Mhm.
It's not actually said by the guru, but it symbolizes that, the sacredness of kirpan, that you
Mhm.
just don't take it out at every moment and play with it,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right? Once you have to take it out, it will have to have some blood on it.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
people actually use it wisely.
Hmm.
Uh, So if you like have it, you are not allowed to take it out.
No. So kirpan is only allowed to be taken out as a last resort
Hmm.
when all talks, diplomacy, bureaucracy, everything has failed,
Hmm.
Mhm.
When you have no choice.
right? Then only
Yeah.
and you have no choice, and you see that other person is about to die if you don't do anything,
Hmm.
Then only
right? Then only you can use your kirpan.
like to protect others, you can take it
Protect
out.
others.
Hmm.
Yep. Protect yourself and protect
And
others.
protect
Same thing.
others. Oh,
But the main focus is always on protecting others.
protecting others.
Our sixth guru used to keep 2 swords with him,
Mhm.
Miri and Piri.
Hmm.
One is for me and one is for the public.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm.
So,
And
you have to keep the kripan with yourself always.
yeah,
Will like आप office भी जाएंगे, then
Hmm.
what are you
yeah,
gonna do?
it's under your shirt.
Yeah.
You can wear it over your shirt. There's no restriction on kirpan. Even in aeroplanes, you can keep a 3-inch kirpan with you.
Hmm.
Change.
You can have the bigger kirpans in your check-in bags, but
Mhm.
and on yourself you can keep a 3-inch kirpan. Other than that, there's no instrument, no knife, no nothing allowed.
Hmm.
But on
In
aeroplanes, it's
like
still
in
allowed.
even in international flights to other countries,
Yes,
kirpan is
Yeah.
it's
allowed.
allowed.
It's allowed.
It's allowed. So Sikhs have fought for their rights
Yeah.
in UK. It started with UK, right?
Mhm.
So Sikhs have fought for their rights. In UK, carrying a concealed weapon of any kind is not allowed
Yeah.
except to the religious practices of Sikhs.
Hmm.
It's written in the constitution now.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
even in the, I guess in US, सब हर
Everywhere.
जगह होगा
It's
ऐसा.
everywhere.
Australia as
I
well.
mean, US doesn't have a problem, bro, but
US nobody gives a. Well, you
Yeah.
can buy a gun little from a general store.
Hmm.
So, but every country has officially recognized these laws with Sikhs, and
Mhm.
yep,
Yeah.
you're allowed to keep it.
Yeah.
Because I know the law ki pagdi, if you are wearing a pagdi like turban, you do not have to wear a helmet. पहले I knew it was in India. जब मैं छोटा था, I used to learn that in India you don't have to wear a helmet. But बड़ा होके मेरे को पता चला internationally, anywhere
Yeah.
you go, you don't have to wear a helmet if you have a pagdi.
So
Hmm.
तो मेरे को
Sikhs have fought for their right. And see, it's not just, religious practices. As a matter of science, right? Let's shift it to science side now.
Hmm.
Uh, so if you speak from a matter of science, when you fall, right, your helmet is layered up. Basically, that's what protects you, right? The
Hmm.
force is divided between the layers when you crash against something, and the damage received to your skull is reduced.
Hmm.
Right. Now imagine, right now I'm wearing a shorter turban because I didn't get the time, and it has three layers itself within it. Right. And it's of 1.5 meters.
Hmm.
Right. Three layers already there. People wearing normal turbans, like, have at least 3 to minimum is 3 meters,
At least five.
and it has at least 5 layers.
Yeah.
Right. And imagine all that layering is doing the same thing as a helmet then.
Hmm.
So
If
yeah.
you fall, there's all the layers there.
What?
So,
What?
Sikhs are also allowed not to wear helmets on a battlefield
Hmm.
because the turban can stop bullets.
Yeah, I know that. I have heard about it.
Hmm.
Because कौन सा था वो मूवी बॉर्डर पुराना सनी देओल का बॉर्डर
Hmm.
Yes, yes.
या उसमें एक होते हैं ना जो दुर्योधन बनते हैं पुराने महाभारत में द
Sunny
गाय हु
Patil.
बिकम्स नो नॉट सन्नी देओल
नहीं
नॉट
नहीं वो
सन्नी
तो
देओल
कह रहे वैसे कह रहा हूँ.
the guy who becomes Duryodhan
Hmm.
in the old Mahabharat was a Sardar playing a Sardar in battlefield. So my grandfather used to had a friend. He was from Punjab. So I used to uncle के उसमें सेम चीज है दादाजी से पूछा उनसे अंकल सबको इन्हें हेलमेट लगाया है बट हाँ वो शायद सूबेदार होता है तो वो जो है वो भी तो शायद तब मेरे को पता नहीं था कि सिख है मैं बोले वो भी तो पंजाबी हैं वो भी तो उनको नहीं पहनना उनको गोली बोलेगा बड़े होगा ना तब तेरे को पता चलेगा दैट दिस कैन स्टॉप अ बुलेट लाइक एंड सेम थिंग टर्बन लेजेंड्स जस्ट सेड दैट दैट पगड़ी कैन स्टॉप अ बुलेट
Hmm.
लाइक ब्रो लाइक देख रहे हो ना दिस इज
See,
घूम के वहीं आए
even
इतना साल बाद
even it's not just the Indian military,
Hmm.
but the US military also has recognized turban, and they
But
don't
are
want
there
Sikhs to wear the
people
caps or anything.
Six in the military,
There
yes.
are Sikhs
are
in the
there
US
six
military.
oh
Yes, they have
wow
served there.
In Australia as well. They were
Because
part.
again,
Yeah, part.
Khalsa was taught to be warriors, right? And now it's peace. So where do the warriors
born,
go? They go in the military. So
born warrior.
yep, they're there. Basically, it's in their blood now.
Hmm.
Bro, I have huge respect, man. Huge respect.
And this has
Imagine
not come like
I asked this question in 2013. I remember the date. For some reason I remember the date. I asked this exact question on 2013.
Hmm.
Abhi hai 2023.
10 years.
Exact 10 years. And Mr. Turban Legends gave exactly same answer. Like exactly,
Hmm.
literally same answer that what that uncle said. Like,
Hmm.
socho guys. A huge respect, man.
so.
Very
You know,
respect moment.
that's the thing. Uh, See, we all believe in a nutshell that when the time has come, it's come. You can't do anything.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And बंदा सीखता भी टाइम के साथ है.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So see, even Guru Granth Sahib device, tells us that there are two type of consciousness, right? One is the person's own conscious, and one is God's conscious
Hmm.
inside our body, right? Atma and Paramatma.
Hmm.
Atma is what you want to do, and Paramatma is there already,
Hmm.
right? So what you do can do. So have you read the Goosebumps story? So
Heard
there are
about it.
some novels which tells you that if you think this will happen, turn to page this. If you think this will happen, turn to page this. So like that, every person, not only with every decision he makes, not only changes his timelines, but also changes the other's timeline, right? But depending on whether what choices did the other person make, the same effect where they had to collide timelines, right? The same effect on both person can be different. I'll give you an example, right? So if you have free will, if it's your free will to shoot a person, you'll go ahead and shoot. And suppose you shoot me in the head. There are two possibilities, right? According to science, I'll die because you shot me in the head. But if there's a God's will, right? For me to actually die or not die with that bullet is God's will. That, may, if my time is up, it's up.
Yeah.
If it's not, God will protect me even if you shoot me in the head.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yes.
Yeah.
And people have actually survived. I've seen.
So these are like the stories till now that I've told you, right, are way from past. I'll tell you something personal.
Hmm.
So my sister had gallstones,
Yeah.
right? Gallstones in the gallbladder, and like gallstones, she had like multiple gallstones of 5 to
पेट में होता है क्या? Like
liver, gallbladder.
liver. Okay, liver. अच्छा.
Dude,
Okay.
science.
Nah, I'm not a science student. I'm commerce student. Company
Dude,
secretary.
eighth.
I don't remember. I'm so sorry. But ठीक
Okay.
है, understand. Yeah.
तो लिवर के अंदर बेसिकली गॉल ब्लैडर होता है, वहां से बाइल डक्ट निकलती है और बाइल डक्ट तुम्हारे स्टमक में जूसेस क्रिएट करता है टू
क्योंकि मेरे कोर्स में तो 8 में इतना
digest
नहीं था भाई.
to digest your
Food.
fats.
Fats.
Liver digests fats and alcohol.
हम्म.
That's why शराब भी ज्यादा
दारू से liver खराब
लिवर
होता है.
साड़ता है. हाँ. So gall bladder में she had multiple stones. And gallbladder की जो duct है, it's called 5 mm duct.
हम्म.
She had multiple stones of 20 mm. Right? And doctor was like, it's not gonna pass because obviously 20 mm, 5 mm duct,
Yes,
how
yes,
it's
yes.
gonna happen. So let's get her operated and let's remove the gallbladder. And after you remove the gallbladder, there are like series of different issues that happen with the body. Like you can't, the process of digesting fat reduces significantly. So everyone was like little skeptical, but yeah, if it's causing that much pain, of course you have to be operated, right? So this is like the personal experience where she was gonna have the surgery, right? And after 24 hours there was surgery, and my mother and my masi decided to do part of Sukhmani Sahib. It's poetry written by the first guru. Its actual meaning is to bring sukh money, like happiness.
हम सही पता.
To bring you happiness. So they started doing it. It's a 30 minutes average reading time. 30 minutes, right? And they started doing it over and over and over again without a break for a period of 24 hours. Next
Your
day,
mother.
mother and my masi. Oh, Guru Ramdas. Wait.
Fourth Guru, Guru Ramdas.
I think it was started by the Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Let me get
24 hours वो भी उठे नहीं बिल्कुल भी.
Wait, let me get my facts right first.
Okay.
Guru Arjan Dev Ji, okay. Okay, sorry, my bad. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the 5th Guru. It was comprised by the 5th Guru. Right. So, they did that part for 24 hours straight.
Like आपकी मम्मी और मासी भी उठे नहीं बिल्कुल. पानी
मम्मी और
पिया.
मासी बस दीदी के साथ बैठे, वहीं पे पानी पी लिया, जैसे हाथ धोए और फिर वापस पाठ करने बैठे.
अच्छा.
They kept doing this over a period of 24 hours. And the day of the operation came, right? And the doctor was like, let's, because she vomited a lot last night. So let's take her to a CT and just check up the position of the stones. The doctor did all the scans, MRI, CT, ultrasound, everything. He couldn't find even one stone in the body, entire body.
अच्छा.
There were multiple stones 24 hours ago, and now he couldn't even find a single stone. He's a specialist in liver gallbladders. He's like, this is the first time in my medical career in 25 years that I have seen this case. Overnight, the
Bro.
stones that were of 10 mm, triple the size of the gallbladder duct size, they just miraculously disappearing out of the body. Because sometimes the stone might break off and flow into the intestine, or
Yeah.
but they cannot just escape your body completely. So he's like, it's the first time that I've ever seen that
So
case.
completely like it was removed.
Yeah.
Vanished, completely vanished, no traces of anything.
Hmm.
So, you know, that's where my belief comes from.
Hmm.
When you experience it, right? Since I have experienced it, I now believe it.
Hmm.
See the point there?
Hmm.
That's what the entire Sikhi is about.
Phoenix mind blown again.
Bro, मेरा mind 1 घंटा पहले से blow हो चुका है.
Even okay, so everyone knows the Kohinoor Hira,
Yes.
the world's prettiest,
When,
shiniest
when will you
Hira,
give
right?
back our Hira? Queen.
For it was
And-
given by Maharaja Ranjit Singh to
Hmm.
Golden Temple as a donation,
Hmm.
right? You know, even Maharaja Ranjit Singh is the one who did all the gold work on the Golden Temple,
Hmm.
and for that he sacrificed his throne.
Hmm.
like अपना throne
Because
भी
Hmm.
Guru Gobind Singh Ji, no, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Dilip Singh never got the throne from Maharaja Ranjit Singh. That's the story. Because Guru Gobind Singh Ji said, let Gurdwaras be Gurdwaras.
Hmm.
And whoever tries to put gold, and historicize them, like make it into history,
The Leap Singh, yes, story.
their Raj part will just end there.
Hmm.
wait नहीं समझा मैं मतलब
Their Raj part means their kingdomship.
Yeah. Their
The lineage of kingdomship would end.
ruling period.
if you
Yeah.
मतलब like लोग उसको मानेंगे नहीं या वो in general हार जाएगा
वो अपना हाथ धो बैठेगा राजपाट से, लाइक किंगडम लूज करके.
somehow your kingdom will be gone
Yeah.
ऐसा
Yes. So basically, if I am the king, my son will get the king, be the next king, right? So I'll just lose my kingdom.
Hmm.
I won't have kingdom to
lose
give,
as
or
in like
I won't have
lose
the king.
कैसे like हार गए war में हार गए या
ऐसे भी हार गए, you just lose your kingdom.
It's like retiring, but not really. It's like you lose your control, basically.
somehow you will end up losing
Yeah.
Yep.
if
So,
you
if you
क्या
like historicize, like if you put gold on the Gurdwara, if you do extravaganza things on the Gurdwara.
oh अच्छा
So Maharaja Ranjit Singh put gold on the
Gold.
Golden Temple,
Yeah.
right? And he had such a peaceful and powerful empire, right? But it ended with him.
Hmm.
And how you can say it's a coincidence, but our guru said so, right? The Britishers took the son away to England for studies. He converted them there. They converted him there to Christian, cut his hair up, everything. He came back when Maharaja Ranjit Singh died, and his mother was actually blind, right?
oh
And she guessed from the footsteps that is his son, but she refused to acknowledge that he's his son.
because he had no
He won't get the kingdom of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and then the kingdom was split up later between different rulers.
oh
Yeah.
I mean only if he would have not cut his hair he might
Yeah.
But
have.
but it's
somehow
there's no
it yeah
possibility of that,
somehow
right? The
they end
kingdom
up
had to
yeah
end there.
Yeah.
The kingdom had to end there, right? Maharaja Ranjit Singh's legacy had to end there.
oh.
Yeah.
Even the person, so if you ever visit the Gurdwara, there's a Guru Granth Sahib people are doing part from, right? There's the Granthi who's sitting there and he's reading it. There are also people sitting on the sides with a smaller version called a gutka, right? They're reading from it as well. And what
साथ में
gutka-
बैठते पीछे पीछे जो
yeah, what that little book type thing contains is Banis is like the literature of the Guru Granth Sahib itself from different places combined together. Right. And at this point also, Guru Gobind Singh Ji said that, since the way it's written, it's supposed to be written, you have distorted that. Right. And now we treat every page as a body part. And if you took something from one page, something from the other body part, third thing from the last body part, right, you're actually destroying the body. If you pull everything together from a different organ, you're destroying the body.
Yeah.
And since you have destroyed the body of the Guru Granth Sahib from limb to limb, from joint to joint, basically, you will also die in such a way. And when Mughals were mistreating Sikhs, right, and he was captured actually by Mani Singh Ji was his name. And what the first, they were deciding on how to kill him. The first thing he said that, my guru said that I would be killed from joint to joint, so please do so. And his death was actually, he was dislocated from every joint in his body, started with his fingers.
Mind blown.
So that's the power of the Guru's words in our.
तो अभी भी उसको क्यों
religion.
पढ़ते हैं if it is
Because not everyone can keep Guru Granth Sahib at their home.
बट अगर वो पढ़ने से अगर इतना प्रॉब्लम होगा तो why are people reading it?
No, अब जैसे अब आ गया वो, ठीक है, बट जिसने किया
उसका
उसको नीड नहीं थी करने को.
अच्छा लाइक
So
Turban Paji, can you tell me the names of all
of
gurus?
course, man. Of course, it's in the first part of the Ardas, dude. The first Guru was Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Second Guru was Guru Angad Dev Ji. Right. Third Guru Amar Das Ji. Fourth Guru Guru Ram Das Ji. Fifth Guru Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Sixth Guru Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. Sixth Guru.
Oh, you already said sixth, seventh.
Seventh Guru Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji. Eighth Guru Guru Har Kishan Sahib Ji. Ninth Guru Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. 10th Guru Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And 11th Guru Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
the book.
Yep, R is Guru. So
yeah,
no book.
Guru, I'm so sorry again. Like मैं नहीं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ. Like
कोई बात नहीं.
It's okay.
you consider him consider it as a guru.
Yep. So he's a living Guru for us. And so that's where the power of Sikhism comes from. Everyone says that Sikhs hang together, group together, gel together. This is the logic behind it. You don't have to be a Sikh to gel with us. Obviously, you have seen. You approach any Punjabi, you're like, "Aur kya haal hai?" And he'll just like start treating you like a cousin. That's
Not all,
the thing.
but mostly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
I
But
mean,
if
I
you
have met three true Punjabis. Like जिन बड़े लोगों से तो obviously मिला हूँ बहुत सारे, तो I won't tell that. But मेरे like one is Turban Legend, he's very good. Then second is Batra Bhai, he's also like top tier आदमी है. And third is Duke Bhai. Obviously I troll him a lot, but he's actually a good guy. So like everyone I have met who is Punjabi and like
Finally a compliment from Phoenix. I'm gonna clip this.
who is a Sikh, and like I have not seen anybody to behave badly. Yes.
see, that's the main reason you won't see any Sikh beggars. Right? They would not beg because these are the foundation laid by many gurus in succession. Right? This was also one of the problems with the religion system that was till date. That if a person is preaching a religion and the average human lives through 60, 70, 80 years. Now because of medical science it's 80. Otherwise when those religions started it was 60 years, 70 years, right?
Mhm.
Because if an average human lives that way, he cannot change the world,
Hmm.
right? A few people will listen to him, forget it, again spread what they understood,
Hmm.
And what
and
they want for propaganda.
it will all be a moo point
Mess.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why Sikhism also came in successions.
Hmm.
First guru, after second guru, third guru, and they were all appointed.
Hmm. Yeah, they were all appointed.
Get appointed as in like.
So the first guru gave the guruship to second guru.
Hmm. Like so.
Oh, so why is it the 10th? Like the 10th guru could have. Oh, the 10th guru gave it all to the
Good.
Guru
Guru
Granth
Granth
Sahib.
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 There were two
Okay.
reasons
Like all
for
the
it.
teachings.
Mhm.
There were two reasons
I
for it.
lost
Okay.
Mhm.
audio.
So basically, fourth guru,
Hmm.
right, had an incident where he was meditating on a chair, like what do you say, the one that choki type,
Hmm.
you know, the one you keep in the bathroom, usually sit and bathe
Oh,
on it.
chota chok.
Choki.
Chota.
Choki type.
Ah.
So he was sitting on that and meditating when Guru's wife saw that it's, you know, not balanced
Mhm.
Hmm.
and it's gonna fall over. It's one of the leg was broken and it's gonna fall over. So she kept her hand there till the Guru meditated
Hmm.
beneath the choki
Mhm.
so that it won't get imbalanced.
Mhm.
Right. And when that happened, after Guru woke up from his meditation,
Hmm.
right, he saw what happened. Her hand was bleeding. Obviously, she was taking the entire weight of Guru. Right. So he blessed her with one vardhan.
Mhm.
She asked that, I don't want much, but people get influenced, right? She's human as well. So she just asked that let the Guru lineage be remain in the Sodhi family itself.
Hmm.
Acha.
So from first Guru to second Guru to third to fourth, they had no relation with each other.
Mhm.
They just passed based on the basis of enlightenment.
Mhm. Like if
Right?
someone got enlightened, they would pass it on.
Yes. But from fourth Guru onwards, the Guruship passed to the son or the grandson based on who has enlightenment.
Hmm.
Again, enlightenment was the main point, but it stayed within the family lineage.
Yeah.
Fourth to fifth son, sixth son, seventh grandson, eighth son, ninth was grandfather, and like that.
Hmm.
Because ninth Guru did not receive the Guruship back then. So what he did, he meditated in a cave type thing for let me get the exact figure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the follow on TV.
Oh yeah. I know. Thanks for the follow.
Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji meditated for 26 years, 9 months and 13 days.
Oh.
Mhm.
And when that happened, 8th Guru was in Delhi at that time when he was about to die from smallpox.
Mhm.
You must have, if you're from Delhi, you can't
Heard
miss
about it,
Gurudwara
yeah.
Bangla Sahib,
Hmm.
Mhm.
right?
I've heard about it.
So, yep, they're like what the 8th Guru did. He cured people of smallpox.
Hmm.
Like, there's no cure till date,
Yeah.
but he cured people that time of smallpox. And he took
Give
all
me
the.
one small second. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. थोड़ा सा
All
घर
good.
में. My mom is here.
It's okay, it's okay.
Ah.
Yeah, you can. I'm listening. Flow broke. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. So sorry for
So,
breaking the flow.
it's okay, it's okay. So, what happened is he took all the smallpox on himself,
Hmm.
right? And he's like, people were like, since you cured others, why can't you just cure yourself, dude? You know,
Himself.
because when he was taking care of the people with smallpox, he started getting smallpox. It's a very communicable disease, highly
Yeah,
communicable,
yeah,
right? And when he got smallpox, we were like, you cured so many people's smallpox. Why can't you just cure yourself? Reason we read in science today. He gave it at that time.
yeah,
What we read is we read energy can only change forms. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It just changes from one form to another,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And this was his answer at that time. He said that, you know, I can't do that thing. I can't cure myself because what can I do? I'll leave it in the air. If I leave the disease in the air, another person is gonna get it. So उससे भला मैं, right? किसी और को होने से भला मेरे को ही हो जाए. And that how it passed through 8th Guru, 9th Guru, and 10th Guru. And after 10th Guru, so 10th Guru is also called the King of Martyrs, because 10th Guru just did not, create an army so powerful. He created, he treated every one of them as his children, and every children lost on a battlefield is a great pain,
yeah. I have I've
right?
heard.
Yeah.
Like,
Even
why did it die like that?
see, basically, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji created Khalsa, right? We all regard him as father, Pita Guru Gobind Singh, we say, right?
Mhm.
And uh, when he lost his four sons,
Mhm.
right, in the battle.
Mhm.
Two elder sons in the battle, and two smaller sons were bricked alive, right? Apart from that, his mother died in the same cold fort the Sahibzadas were kept in,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? And she
Two,
died.
the two elder died on war, and two younger were.
Yeah,
Bricked
two younger
alive.
died, bricked alive. Mother
Mhm.
died when the two youngers were bricked alive. She stopped breathing at the same time. The kids stopped breathing,
Mhm.
and he sent his own father to his death.
Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji.
Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. When this, not many people know about it, but
Mhm.
if today there were no actions from behalf of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, Hinduism might not have lived in India.
Yeah.
What did he do?
So, when Aurangzeb was forcefully converting every Hindu to basically Islam, right? And his like forceful conversion was there. So what he did, he started with the Kashmiri Pandit, because they were the most prominent figures in the Hindu religion. And
Yeah.
if you can convert Kashmiri Pandit to Islam, everyone would just convert.
Yeah.
So he started torturing them and that. And they did, they went to a cave and they started, worshipping Mahadev.
Mhm.
And from their prayers came an answer that, go see the ninth Guru of Sikh. He'll help you.
He's the
Right?
father of Guru Gobind Singh.
Yes.
He's the father of Guru Gobind Singh.
Mhm.
And when that message came, the Kashmiri Pandit went to visit Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji. Right? And at that point, they put forward their points. They're like, we also had a premonition where, a very good नेक इंसान
Mhm.
को अपना सिर देना पड़ेगा, had to give up his head for this torture to stop.
Mhm.
This was the premonition. So they put forward this point. And at that time, because see, no one Sikhs are always down to earth, and that, so at that time Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji just posed this question that, आज के ज़माने में who is this नेक दिल person, that you're talking about? If you had a point about that, just tell me, let me know as well. Right? At that time, Guru Gobind Singh Ji was 9 years of age, and he stood up in that court, and he was like, पिताजी आपसे ज़्यादा नेक कौन है अभी?
Mhm.
So hearing that, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji led 3 Sikhs along with him to Delhi, and he gave up his head there to save the entire Hinduism.
Yeah.
And that's how, Guru Gobind Singh Ji led his father to his death as well, we can say, martyrdom.
From there, he became the 10th
Yes.
Guru.
From there, he became the 10th Guru. And even the 9th Guru, when he marched to Delhi, right, there were 3 conditions put forward to him. Very easy condition. You know, one, like either इस्लाम कबूल करो, दूसरा कोई चमत्कार दिखा दो. You say you are a God's person, right? Do a miracle. We'll leave you. We'll leave entire Hinduism. We'll leave everything. Just show us a miracle. Right? And third was either accept death. So, let me tell you, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji was 6'2", 6'3", and he was kept in a cage half his size, half his width, so that he can't, either sit properly or stand properly.
Yeah.
And he said, this was his response, that, दूसरे का धर्म बचाने आया हूँ, अपना तो खोऊंगा नहीं. Second, for the chamatkar thing, he said, कि, see, for you and me, layman, what is chamatkar? जो अभी तक साइंस ने डिस्कवर नहीं किया है वो हो जाए तो दैट्स अ चमत्कार, है ना? जो साइंटिफिकली पॉसिबल नहीं है वो चीज हो गई तो वी से चमत्कार हो गया, है ना? बट व्हाट अबाउट एज अ गुरु हु नोज गॉड? फॉर हिम चमत्कार इज समथिंग going against God's will. Because if everything is planned out according to the God, you can't call it a chamatkar actually. Chamatkar will be when you go against his will. And he's like, if I am his person, I cannot go against his will. This was his answer. That, मैं उसका बंदा, मैं उसके खिलाफ नहीं जा सकता. So how can he show you chamatkar as well?
Yeah.
This was the second point. And third point, he said, if you're scared, trying to scare me with death, I gladly accept it. So the 3 Sikhs that he brought with him were martyred before him, in front of him, so that he would change his mind. But all in vain, kind of. And the 3 Sikhs all had the same last wish. So the first Sikh was chainsawed from between, like not a chainsaw, but hand saw from between his head. I guess he was chainsawed till his stomach. So what was his wish? He wished that facing my guru, I should be sawed so slow that I can complete the morning part of 5 minutes. That's the part of 5 minutes. It's called Chapji Sahib, and he should be able to complete it.
Yeah.
And he was actually respecting his wishes. He was chained slowly, sawed off slowly. But as soon you see, just imagine if your brain gets cut, you're dead.
Yeah.
Right. But till he completed that part, even after all the flowing blood from his body, and he was sawed till his chest, the words were coming out of his mouth. He was singing that hymn of 5 minutes. The second person was martyred by, he was wrapped in a cotton ball and he was lit on fire. His condition was, I should be seeing my guru's face before I go. Third person was boiled in boiling water, alive. He had also the same condition. I should just be seeing my guru before I go. That, I should be facing my guru. And when after this, he was asked the same question again, that, 3 points, same answer. And after that, his head was cut up, right, in Chandni Chowk, Delhi. And
They were.
After that, his head and his body were hung up from the tree that was there in the middle of the road for people to see who goes up against Aurangzeb. This is what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
Now, what people call it miracle, but out of clear sky came Andhi Tufan, thunderstorm, complete thunderstorm. So two Sikhs hiding in the shadows, right? One took his head from there and went to Patna Sahib where Guru Gobind Singh Ji was.
Hmm.
The other person took the head body down and went to his home, which is in Rakabganj Sahib, opposite to the Parliament, Rashtrapati Bhavan. And he was a very well respected Vipari, you can say. Right now, it was said that if anyone tries to, cremate Guruji, his entire lineage would be found and killed off. So what he did, he completely burned his entire house along with the body of the Guru. So it would not seem like someone was cremated there. And he was very rich. He had quite a huge bungalow at that time, and he completely burned it off.
Just
Just
for the
to cremate the
cremation.
body. Yep. There stands Gurdwara Rakabganj Sahib, and the person who took the head to Guru Gobind Singh Ji, they cremated the head there, and after that, Guru got a bit, offended. That why do my Sikhs have to hide and run?
Guru Gobind Singh.
What's the need for a Sikh to hide and run? They should not be hiding. Just a minute. Okay. So, he was like, it's dinner call. So he was like, why do my Sikh need to hide and run from people? Why did they feel the need to?
The 10th Guru felt this.
Yeah, the 10th Guru felt this, that I should make Sikhs so strong that they can face the enemy without the need of hiding. They should stand apart in the crowd, right? So that's where the concept of Khalsa came in.
Is that the place where it comes the ek Sikh सवा लाख Sikh बंदे दे बराबर है?
So yes, exactly. So when Guru Gobind Singh Ji came up with this idea so early in his life, right? But he still could not implement it. To implement it, he waited till 1699 Baisakhi, where he put out a huge tent. He came up and he asked that मुझे एक सर चाहिए. I need someone's sacrifice. I need someone's head. This was the first time in the Sikh history a guru was asking for a head or a sacrifice for himself. And he's like, who's ready to join? Who's ready to sacrifice his head for the guru? Guru. It created an entire chaos there. And people we're running away. And after the guru asked,
nobody was ready.
yes, even for guru. क्या हो गया guru, why is he saying like that, whispering that, the whispering when teacher says it's a
Uneasy.
surprise test tomorrow, yeah, and you're like, oh my god, did you read anything? So like that,
Uneasy.
yeah, it went on like that, and people started actually running away also, that something has happened to guru, why is he saying like that? After the guru called for the third time that I need a head, a person stood up. He went to the guru and he said, you can have my head. Right now also, there were not many fleers because everyone was still in the shock state, whispering. Guru took him inside a tent. There was a big swoosh sound of the sword going about, slashing sound, and after a minute, Guru comes out of the tent with blood dripping from his sword, and he stands in front of the crowd again and he says, मुझे एक और सर चाहिए.
He had character.
Yes, Costa.
Hmm.
And he's like, I need one more head. I need one more sacrifice. It's still not satisfied me yet. And seeing that scenario, many people fled. That Guru is actually killing them with his blood now.
Hmm.
So after two calls, another person came forward, then the third, then the fourth, and same thing with the fifth.
Hmm.
He was just a second.
Hmm.
खाना आते हुए
वो वो 5 जो बंदे थे ना, सो
हम्म।
वो फर्स्ट 6 बने थे.
let him
हाँ.
first six as in like the first six
Hmm.
Khalsa
लाइक
members.
क्योंकि लाइक इट्स लाइक फास्ट डर था लोगों के लिए. वी आई एम किलिंग देम. इट्स लाइक
हाँ।
इट्स लाइक वो क्या कहते
तो
हैं.
that was जो अपना डर को टेक ओवर
हाँ.
कर रहा था वो
It was
ज्वाइन
like
हो रहा
that, and वो बने थे.
Okay. So
Yeah.
after the fifth Sikh went in, right, Guru was inside the tent for 20 to 25 minutes. And he came out with all the five Sikhs with this unique attire, turban tied up, everyone with the same long facial hair, right? Their hair neat manner, and they had this केसरी रंग के कपड़े with kada, kirpan, kachhera. Every 5K was there, and they were like dressed up in a uniform for the army.
Hmm.
So this was the uniform of the Khalsa,
Hmm.
right? And after that, no one actually knows what happens inside. Some say that Guru actually killed them and they were brought back to life, because being in part of Khalsa is meant to be, your second life. It's basically you're reborn into Khalsa. You're now the pure one.
Hmm.
So some believe that, some were like it was all a act, right? So there are many speculations about what happened inside the tent
But
actually.
nobody knows
No
what
one knows.
happened.
No one knows. It remains a mystery. I'll tell you about such a thing. One more thing I have, but this happened, right? And when all the five came out, Guru Gobind Singh Ji sat on the stage there, and he started doing part with uh, Bartley. You can say Bartley is like a bowl, bigger bowl kind of thingy,
Mhm.
and it's of steel. Okay? And with a khanda in his hand, the double sword, the center sword in the middle of the symbol of Khalsa. With that, he started, mixing water, normal water, started doing part, and that was the creation of Amrit, the holy water. When he did that, actually two, sparrows drank the Amrit, and they started fighting among each other and both died. Seeing this sight, Guru's wife came there and she was like, Sikhs should not fight among themselves, at least, right? If it's so strong that they started fighting among themselves, it would be a problem, like the sparrows. So she added patase. It's white, meetha prasad, basically.
पता है yes I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
बड़ा
So again, that happened there, right? When she added that, it was supposed to create a mutual trust and understanding among the members, and no infighting, basically, right? And that's where, actually the phrase comes in, that the Amrit is supposed to be so powerful that a poet wrote this about Guru Gobind Singh Ji, that चिड़िया से मैं बाज तुड़ाऊं, गिदड़ा नू भी शेर बनाऊं, 1.25 लाख से एक लड़ाऊं, तबे गोविंद सिंह नाम कहूं. You know,
yeah I've heard it.
I mean, you can understand it from the lyrics itself, but
Yeah.
even after, like, a sparrow can fight off an eagle, right?
Mhm.
गिदड़ों से clever foxes कहते हैं, but they're like literally scared of everything, right? गिद्धड़ों से मैं शेर बनाऊं, I'll make a lion out of them, right? From each person, I'll make 1.5 lakh people fight, 1.15, and you know that's only when I'll be called Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So this was the poem that came up at that time. And after he gave Amrit to all 5, changing their names and surnames. The names were the same actually, but the surnames went from their own surnames, which depicted caste, to Singhs. All of them having the same surname. There before no caste system. Right. So they were the 5 founding members of the Khalsa. Now what? Now Guru said that since you gave your head, see, till now it was not Guru Gobind Singh Ji.
It was Guru Gobind
Right.
Das, yeah.
And Guru Gobind Rai.
Right.
And he was like, since now you are the part of the Khalsa, you are the Khalsa basically. There are only 5 members. You are the Khalsa. You gave your head for the God, right? You're already reborn. Let me be reborn into the same pure Khalsa. And he then kneeled down in front of the 5 people and he begged them to give him Amrit and be a part of the Khalsa. So that's also a thing that which tells us that even if Guru did not have the power in Khalsa actually, all the Guru's decision, Guru gave them enough power to the Khalsa that if Guru makes a decision, right? See, people think that only Guru had the power. It was not true. But so Khalsa members are the most wisest. Like right now, they are the most eldest and wisest people. They govern the Khalsa rules, right? But at that time, those were the 5. And Guru gave them enough power. Even today, if the Guru Granth Sahib says something, and there's a situation where you can't decide, and it's a unanimous vote. All 5 feel that this should be overturned, right? There should be unanimous voting on the topic, and then only if all 5 can convince the Guru, they can overpower the Guru. Right? They can even overpower the decision of the Guru himself that no, you're not going to do this. You're going to do what we're going to say. That much power they had. This leads us to the, bigger Sahibzades. The eldest Sahibzade, 21 years and 18 years of age. The battle in which they died was called Chamkaur di Ghadi. 42 Sikhs were surrounded in Chamkaur fort by 10 lakh Mughal people. And each Sikh almost took down 15, 20 to 25 Mughals in each blow. And this was the strength of Sikhs that, Mughal feared. For 42 Sikhs, so many Mughals. And finally, in that battle itself, so what was decided that they'll take 5 people out of the fort at a time. 5 people will fight off Mughals, then they'll die. The next 5 people will go, they'll fight the Mughals, and then they'll die. So with the second group goes the eldest son, Sahibzada Ajit Singh. His name was Ajit Singh. Right? And people were first opposed to it. That, don't send him to the ground. Because, even if something happens to the Guru, he's the eldest son and he's going to take care of the Guruship after it. Right? So what happens if anything happens to him, what's gonna become of Sikhism? Right. So, but Guruji said, but Ajit Singh at this time said, नाम मेरा अजीत है, जित्या नहीं जावांगा, जित्या गया ते जिंदा नहीं आवांगा. That means my name is unwinnable, Ajit, unwinnable. No one can win over me. If someone wins over me, I won't be coming back alive anyway. Right. So this is the power of the words. Then he went for the battle. After he was martyred at the battlefield, comes the second son of Guru. He said that now I'll lead. And people were again opposed to it because, like, the smaller sons are missing. And since he's the only one that is here with us, he's definitely going to be the next Guru. Right. And we don't know where the smaller sons are. So we can't take that risk. And even after that, he was blessed by Guru Gobind Singh Ji himself. He gave him a small sword because he couldn't handle the big sword. And he saw him off to the battle.
Yeah, Mr.
No, this is not the Ahmad Shah Abdali. This is the Wazir Khan. And he did this to set an example. See, now this is a part of Guru's mindset, that he's setting an example in front of the crowd, that गुरु को अपने गुरु को सिर्फ सिर मांगने नहीं आते हैं, टाइम आने पे अपने बेटों के सिर देने भी आते हैं. जब खालसा started, he asked for the people's head, right? Now it's time to give heads, so he'll even send his own sons to give heads. He'll not discriminate. Because they're part of the Khalsa, they'll also join the forces. Right? So after the martyrdom of the second son, Guru Gobind Singh Ji decided that he'll take the next force with him. Next 5 people he'll lead to the battle. And this was a turning point when they again realized that this definitely cannot happen. Right. So they all went to the Guru with the unanimous vote of the 3, because 2 were also separated. Why they were separated, I'll tell you later. Right. With 3 of the unanimous voting, and they went like, Guru, you gave us the power to overturn any decision you make, and now we are going to use it. Since we 3 are the original 5, and the other 2 who were the eldest and the wisest in the fort joined with them, we 5 have a unanimous ruling that you're going to leave the fort at night, and you're not going to turn back, and we're going to handle everything here. We're going to die here. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave his clothes to a Sikh to have the false image that Guru is still there. And he left with 2 of the 6. And even while going, he like, I'll not go quietly though. He clapped his hands strongly and he said that, Hind da Peer ja raha hai. Rok sako to rok lo. The ruler of Hind is going. If you can stop, then stop. So that point, he even challenged, and now again call it a miracle or a blessing. What happened at that time? At his point of clap, there was so much thunderstorm and a thunder came that it was not properly audible. Some people heard it, but there was so much confusion. Right. So then he escaped into the jungle area that time. And from there, the Mughals defeated the rest of the Sikhs. They took over the fort. It all happened. Guruji went through the jungle. A lot happened in between. He met up with his people later on. right? So Guruji was actually separated into three different directions because of the wrongdoings of Wazir Khan himself. He promised that if you leave the fort, original fort of Anandpur Sahib, will let you go peacefully, right? But the Sirsa Nadi, the river Sirsa, was at high tide, and his family got separated into three parts. Him and the 46, uh, the younger son, uh, the younger son, two younger sons, and the grandmother, and the third was wife and one of the founding member of Khalsa, and one or two more members. And since they had the plan to originally go to Delhi, they all started moving differently towards Delhi separately, right? And because Wazir Khan launched an attack from behind, he was like, "What will I do of the empty castle?" So he just needed Guru's head. So even after promising so basically what happened, uh, the Pahadi Rajas, the Rajas who were there along with the Guru Sahib who had their forts there, right? They and Wazir Khan went into a pact with Guru Gobind Singh Ji that if you leave it, we won't say anything to you. But they promised Gaon Mata ki kasam khai, and he promised on the Quran, written promise on the Quran from Wazir Khan. But they broke their promises and they attacked from behind. Right. And that time the family got separated. One side Chamkaur, the Ghadi, happened what happened with Guru Gobind Singh Ji. The second thing happened with Chote Sahibzade. And the third thing, wife Wali, she went to Delhi. Right. When the point of, you know, so the phrase that I told you, right, Pita Guru Gobind Singh, that comes from actually this story, that how he is the father of everyone. So basically, when the mother was about to meet up with the Guru, right, she did not know about the Chote Sahibzade. But Guru at this point already knew about the Chote Sahibzade's death. Right. What he did was he uprooted a grass with his arrow, and he was like the grass that has been uprooted from the earth, the Mughals are gonna also be uprooted from India. And the Mughal emperor, that the Mughal reign that was around for 700 900 years, came to an end within next 50 years, 100 years. So when the mother was about to meet the Guru, right, the children's favorite food was churi and ghee, right? So she prepared it for the four sons that they'll eat. But at the point of contact, said the Guru Gobind Singh Ji, when she looked into the eyes of the Guru Gobind Singh Ji, she could actually see what all happened. When she was finding their sons, she could actually see in his eyes the reflections of images of what we don't know what happened actually, but they say she knew just by staring into the eyes what happened with all the four kids. Right. And she started weeping. Guru Gobind Singh Ji stopped her and said this, very, you can say, he treated everyone the same, because he just said this thing very casually. Like, if you're crying for the loss of your four sons, please also cry for my rest of my six who laid their life just because I said them so. Please weep for thousands of them as well who laid their life because I just said so. And saying this, there's also next kavita that came into effect, which is चार मुए तो क्या हुआ, जीवत कहीं हजार. Right. So इन पुत्रों के शीस पर वार दिए सर चार, चार मुए तो क्या हुआ, जीवत कई हजार. Like, what if उनके सर पे रख के चार अगर मैंने वार भी दिए, तो अभी क्या हुआ? The crowd that you see, the court that you see in front of you has thousands of your sons in it. So at that, when as Guru Gobind Singh Ji said that, she started seeing images of uh, the children's faces as everyone who was sitting in the crowd. And the thing, the churi that she had prepared for the kids, she started distributing in everyone as prasad. So, people take very lightly. Like, my point is that since Sikhism, never focused really on conversion, right? You would never have heard that, any Sikh say that convert to Sikhism. No, be a Sikh. No. They would just ask other Sikhs to remain Sikh, right? They would not ask any other new that if you want to follow it on your own, if you feel like it. So, that's one point where Sikhism is good, but that also reduced the spreading of information. Since we never really focused on conversion, right? So what that made was like people never actually knew anything about Sikhs, who are Sikhs, or what's the history of Sikh, because we don't like to spread like that. People usually in India, especially, I would say, if you're trying to convert someone, you can say about anything, like not in only in India, but if you're trying to convert anyone, then only you give information, that this scheme has this, come buy our plan, come buy our scheme, come buy this will give you this much premium. So
True.
since Sikhism never really focused on that, like no, not much information was passed. अभी भी आते हैं प्रॉपर्टी खरीद लीजिए, ये खरीद लीजिए, इस पे इतने एकड़ है, तो never really focused on that. Even the channel that he told you about, Batra Saab ji,
हाँ. Yeah.
basics of
Basics of,
Sikhi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Sikh that started it, he cut his hair.
Wait,
He was
what?
not a Sikh. He was not following. He was atheist.
Yeah.
But when he started it, when he actually started the religion, he like not the religion, the channel basically, and about like how people should just know what is Sikhism. He actually created a very clever three-page booklet kind of thing, where just the basic information of Sikhism is given, that what is Sikhism, what do we believe in, how it came into existence, that kind of things, in a small leaflet factlet. Right, so people would not just get offended that they're trying to convert. Very informative and very good written leaflet.
Okay, चलो
And
पहले तो पानी पी लो दूजा
पानी पी लो.
ਅਸੀਂ already
पानी है नहीं.
over time हो गए, but कोई ना, ਅਸੀਂ 20 ਮਿੰਟ ਹੋਰ ਲਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ, then we'll end the podcast.
Bro, मैं इतना अच्छा लग रहा है. I can sit here and listen
I
all
hate to
night,
say
bro.
it, but yeah, it's
I can actually sit all night and listen,
Vixen
and
at
like I
play.
won't get bored. Oh, Vixen bhai, hello.
Vixen पाजी भी आ गए.
Yeah, so like the point is same कि वो उसने channel जब start किया अपना, right, his main focus was that only. And with that point in focus, he tells his own story as well. He literally said that I used to do all the drugs, all the alcohol, cocaine, I even have acid and everything. He has been on every drug there is. But there's a cultural day where people from your house, right, sit around, reflect what your culture is, and talk about your culture. And see, at this point he was like, I was so ashamed that I never actually knew what my culture was as a Sikh. And someone someday just said, let's meditate. And they started meditating, and he said, everyone has that feeling at different point in their life. But he said that Fortunately for him, as soon as he started meditating, right, he fell into deep slumber, and he was blessed with such positive energy, what we Sikhs usually call the opening of the Dasam Dwar, the 10th gate, which is located at the top of the head, right? When you read the chakras also, there's a 10th chakra on the top of the head in yoga.
Yeah.
So what we believe is that since there are already 9 openings in the human body, this is the 10th secret opening that opens up for the connection to God. So he said that he had established that connection to the God, and he felt so good. And he said that since I have done all the drugs, I can say that I felt the exact, good high feeling, the feeling of highness that you get when you're on drugs. He has got the same feeling, when I'm connecting with the Guru, God. So
Without getting high.
why put artificial substances into my body when I can just meditate and get that? Right. Why and it's good for your health also.
Yeah.
So why put your body through that? So then came back to the path of Sikhism. He kept his hair, he started, practicing all the religious uh, rituals and everything, and that's how he started that channel again, so that people should not be like him. People should know. I'm available, by the way, on Discord if you want to talk
Hey,
over our
bro, I can sit for hours and listen to you speak. I won't get bored at all. I can listen. I can
I have
listen.
actually not even touched 10% of the Sikh history.
मैं थक गया भाई. I'm like on the verge of starting to listen. I can if you can speak for 4 to 5 hours more, I will be here listening. मेरे को मैं नहीं था भाई.
I can speak. And
I
this is what
am
your
no
streaming has done
Duke.
to me. This is
Duke
what,
has this is what streaming has done, right? Yeah. Duke
yeah,
is
I was
the one who has
introvert.
to end this. Duke is the one who has to end the Duke show. I mean, Duke can turn off the camera and go off. I wouldn't mind. I'm ready to listen.
Uh,
Ah,
Parts of Kashmir, of course.
अच्छा. मतलब
Duke,
कश्मीर कैसे बोलेंगे? तब तो कश्मीर मतलब बहुत बड़ा कश्मीर था ना. तब तो पाकिस्तान का कश्मीर भी इंडिया में ही था.
so entire Pakistan, parts of Afghanistan, uh,
If I'm not wrong,
parts of Kashmir, entire Himachal Pradesh, UK, till Delhi border, parts of Rajasthan.
were all
This was
Kashmir,
entire Haryana. This was entire the Punjab Empire.
Punjab Empire.
Yep.
वही मतलब कश्मीर भी छोटा सा होगा कि आई थिंक इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. मैंने सुना है अप टू पार्ट्स ऑफ तजाकिस्तान वाज इंडिया. देन तजाकिस्तान कट गया, फिर अफगानिस्तान कट गया, फिर पाकिस्तान कट गया.
This basically, yeah. So India उससे पहले और पीछे तक था,
अच्छा.
right? But when the Napoleon raided,
हम्म.
right, at that time the forces of Rajputs were able to stop him because
हम्म.
Sikhs were not there at that
हम्म.
Napoleon's time,
हम्म.
right? And where Napoleon raided, he created that Afghanistan thing.
Yeah.
And since Pakistan, at that time, it was India only because Pakistan region, Rajputs lived and Rajputs were able to stop him there.
राइट साइड में भी हमारा बर्मा तक था और बांग्लादेश था. वो भी सब कट गया.
वो तो फिर डिफरेंट रीजन्स पे कटता गया.
बर्मा तो बहुत पहले से कट गया था, बट बांग्लादेश तो पॉलिटिकल उसकी वजह से कटा. सो वी शुड नॉट टॉक अबाउट इट.
हाँ, सब सब पॉलिटिकल की वजह से कटे हैं टेक्निकली.
या द न्यूअर वंस. या
या
आई मीन मैं भी कुछ बोल दूंगा फिर कंट्रोवर्सी हो जाएगा. आई डोंट वांट हिज स्ट्रीम टू आई डोंट वांट दिस थिंग टू गेट बैंड बिकॉज़ आई एम एंजॉयिंग दिस.
nah, don't worry, it won't get banned. I'm gonna save it.
या. No, I'm not saying anything right now. I don't.
इसको
नहीं तो
मेरा जितना मूड सड़ के था ना, लाइक आई वोंट टेल यू व्हाई, बट मेरा मूड आज बहुत सड़ के था,
हम्म
लाइक पूरा इरिटेटेड था। एंड ये सुनने के बाद आई एम फीलिंग सो हैप्पी, आई एम फीलिंग वेरी लाइट,
हम्म
आई एम फीलिंग लाइक मेरा कुछ मूड सड़ा ही नहीं है बिल्कुल। द डे का जितना नेगेटिव हैज बीन टर्न्ड इनटू पॉजिटिव, सो आई
एनलाइटनमेंट
डोंट, yeah, I'm not going to say anything negative now. I
एनलाइटनमेंट
feel
होगी
very
फिर इसकी
just
नहीं bro,
just
but
a
I
last just a last hymn for you, you know.
mean कितना like सुबह 6 बजे से उठा हूँ, सुबह 6 से रात 8, मतलब 14 आवर्स, 14
Mhm.
आवर्स का फटीग, 14 आवर्स का चिड़चिड़ापन, ये 2 घंटे में खत्म हो गया भाई। 2 घंटे, दिस 2 hours cured my 14 hours fatigue. So I'm very happy right now.
Just you were tense, right? Just a last hymn for you. चिंता ताकि कीजिए जो अनहोनी होए, अहमारग संसार को नानक थिर नहीं कोई. Means take tension of the things, that are not planned or destined. If it's all the will of God, you can't doubt the will of God, you know. So if it's supposed to happen, it will happen and it will too pass. Only the name of God can save you. And everywhere in Guru Granth Sahib, it specifies the name of God and doesn't actually tell you that you should only say Vaheguru or Allah or Ram. So just take the name of God and it's gonna be all right.
In whatever God you believe in, you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can come to Gurdwara, sit there for an hour, right? In your mind, just say Ram, 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 Allah, 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 Allah. Because see, we believe that you don't have to have a conversation with God. First, you have to call the God before having the conversation. So imagine there are 7 to 8 billion people on earth. Everyone is thinking God is keeping an eye on everyone, right? And even if like half the people are sleeping and half are
Awake.
not sleeping. I wanted to say alive, but that is the opposite of dead, so I didn't see.
Yeah.
So
Half sleeping, half
awake.
alive. Awake.
Awake. Yeah. So at that point, even if 3.5 billion people are still, chappering, chap, 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 chap to God. So how can, if 3.5 billion people are there, how can I have a, conversation with you when you won't even look at me? It's like we are walking in a line, right? Not even in a line. I see you in a market, I'm behind you, I just start talking. You won't even turn around and see till I call your name.
Yeah.
Right? So same thing. When you're calling God, God already knows what's going on in your mind. So but you just have to call him towards you. That's also the logic behind 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is a time when one half is already sleeping, other half has already gone to sleep.
Oh.
There's gonna be just some animals, and very few people who will be awake at that time. So calling God towards you at that time is gonna be very easy.
Oh. Yeah, true. Abhi samjha, yes.
See, there's a logic. See, since the time is short, but there's a logic behind everything. Scientific logic behind everything in Sikhism that we can do.
ਚਲੋ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ हैं.
ਚਲੋ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਡਾਰਕ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਬਾਰੇ.
I don't think that is a safe topic of.
ਪੰਜਾਬ 1984 ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ?
I don't think that is.
I would just say there's a movie on
Yeah.
YouTube.
YouTube?
Watch that.
Daljit?
No, not Diljit.
No.
See, that's the genocide.
Yeah.
Right, but what actually happened, how it started and everything, there's a movie called Dharam Yudh Morcha.
Can you guys give me a brief on what happened?
ਜਰਨੈਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਭਿੰਡਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਦੀ story, ਹਾਂ.
Yep, that's
Can you give me a brief in Hindi?
Okay,
Not
I'll give you a brief. ਤੁਸੀਂ break ਲਓ ਭਾਜੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਜੀ.
हाँ भाई, बहुत.
So
अब मॉन्ट्रियल के सपने देखो अच्छे. हाँ.
So तो जो मैं मोटा मोटा बता रहा हूँ, so I'll miss some details in between. So
No, I'm not. Yeah.
so back then, Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister of India, right?
वो
And
उस पे बना है क्या?
and she had issues with basically Punjab's. I think there were demands like. Let me check. What were the things? Like,
What is terminology?
it's called Operation Blue Star.
So
So
basically, so
we had
basically,
Sikh religious and
let
political
me
autonomy ki
Let
demands.
him say.
let me. You're missing too much detail.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So basically, it all started with the 7 basic laws that were about to pass in the parliament,
Hmm.
and Punjab was not getting its right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Anandpur Sahib resolution was its name. Under were 7 bills, right? It was like Punjab has to share 70% of its water with Haryana. Haryana will get more regions under it. 7 points like that. Chandigarh will be the common
Yeah.
capital for both.
अभी तो है
Punjab
शायद.
Punjab wanted a separate capital. Punjab wanted more rights over its own water. Like,
Yeah.
so
मतलब पंजाब को पूरा मतलब छोटा सा
He
कर
wanted
देता है.
Punjab to be separate from India, basically.
not
Not se-
पंजाब को छोटा कर दिया, बट पंजाब जो छोटा हुआ उसमें पंजाब को प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी, बट पंजाब ने बोला जिस क्राइटेरिया पे तुमने डिवाइड किया उसको फेयर करो. So they divided on the basis of language. They're like, Haryana still has some Punjabi speaking languages. Give them back to Punjab. Like, don't draw the border there. Give them back to Punjab. Punjab won't share a capital. कह रहे make चंडीगढ़ हमें दे दो. नहीं देना तो अमृतसर कैपिटल बना दो. But we won't share a capital with Haryana.
अभी भी तो then why do this share?
Because demands are never met, no?
तो चंडीगढ़ बेसिकली कहाँ है? वो पंजाब में आता है, हरियाणा में आता है?
Technically, it's on the
It's
border of
union
Punjab, but
border.
but it's considered capital of Punjab and Haryana both.
मतलब like in area wise क्या मतलब बीच में है या हरियाणा
East,
साइड में या पंजाब साइड में?
east border के outside.
Basically, it was entire Punjab only. So,
कम से
I
अंडर
mean-
पंजाब. You want?
I mean, old पंजाब ही तो था सारा. हरियाणा भी तो पंजाब से निकला.
अरे बहुत बड़ा पंजाब था पहले.
So
Yeah, please,
there were
please
like
continue, please
basic
continue.
basic 7 points were there, right? Which were never met. Not Indira Gandhi did meet with the leaders, never discussed. Start protest. Protest led to one thing, another thing, interference from other religions, Kuda Kabada, interference from international thingy that brought about those 5 viewers, that were banned.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. So that actually is an international movement. No Indian, no Punjabi wanted that. That's true. No Punjabi wanted a separate state. Because they already knew. See, if you make a separate
They all wanted
country,
to be a part of India.
no,
the
yeah.
Punjabis.
So imagine. So, okay, you are from Orissa. Imagine being a country, separate country in the middle of Pakistan, China, India, and parts of Afghanistan. Can you survive?
No.
Then why would you want to be separate? I mean,
Yeah.
Punjab, there are many jokes on Punjabis, but we are actually not stupid.
इवन भूटान एंड नेपाल भी जो है वो भी सब लाइक अंडर इंडियन आर्मी के ही प्रोटेक्शन में ना.
Kind of, yeah.
So, बट अगेन फिर इंडियन आर्मी अलग नहीं होने देगी ना, इंडिया को अलग नहीं होने देगी इंडिया से, क्योंकि अब इंडिया में है पंजाब. तो और चाहते भी नहीं थे. Again, focusing on this point, Punjabis never wanted that. Punjabi just wanted the 7
never
bills
wanted a
to
new
be
country.
equal rights. Yes. Start of the mudda was equal rights. That's it.
But it went into political agenda, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because of these 7 rights, Indira Gandhi was going to lose power. So she stood up her representative. She elected Bhindranwala to stand for. And since Bhindranwala started getting more views, he started thinking of Sikhism, because he was never a political leader. He was a religious guy. He was a very, very religious guy.
अच्छा.
Right. And one thing led to another. External influence, everything came up, made a huge
External
mess.
influence from whom?
International,
Paji looking
Acha,
great.
the movement that movement actually started from international borders.
I think it was Israel as well.
From UK, basically a Sikh from UK is It's the starting point that traces it back, but we don't actually know where it started from.
Mhm.
Right.
So the units
Whatever happened, right?
so the units were
Yeah,
involved:
whatever.
Israel, Soviet Union, and UK. Those were involved as well.
Right.
So one thing led
So
to another.
Yeah.
one thing led to another. Made a huge mess out of everything.
Yeah.
Right. He got too much power. She was too scared to go talk to, just have a talk with him. And that's what he was been saying from day one, just to come talk with us.
Mhm.
So, Falana, Dhamkana, opposing views. Even there's like Subramaniam Chakravarti or something, Subramaniam something, BJP politician who visited Bhindranwala quite a few times. He had a talk with him, even saw all the rooms that he was accused of having wrong stuff in. He said that I've seen all the rooms and there's nothing wrong. So, Subramaniam Swami, yes, thank you. And like he has like legit interviews with NDTV and Z. So, you know, भरता बना वो बनता चला गया वो बनता चला गया बनता चला गया and it actually okay, the date of the blue star was a massive either coincidence, but such a coincidence does not occur. So some say it was pre-planned, some say so believe what you
God's
have to.
plan.
Yeah, some say like it was pre-planned by Indira Gandhi that it has to happen on this particular day, and some say that it was just a coincidence that this happened.
So what
So
was the blue?
it happened that Blue Star operation happened to lie in between one of the most auspicious day for Sikhs,
Mhm.
June 1 to June
10.
8th,
8.
10th.
10.
Baisakhi time.
The
नहीं,
10.
बैसाखी तो अप्रैल में.
June 10, yeah.
June 10 till that were the Blue Star operation days, and on 3rd June
What
lies
happened in that operation? What happened?
one of the biggest Gurpurabs that is celebrated among Sikhs. Uh, right. It's a Gurpurab related to the fifth Guru who created stone by stone, who created the entire Golden Temple. So
Mhm.
it's very, very massive Gurpurab celebrated in Golden Temple. Sikhs from all over India visit Golden Temple in that day, and that day Golden Temple serves over 2 lakh people
Mhm.
free food.
Yeah.
So what happened? They closed up the Gurdwara on 1st June, right? They declared court martial law, that curfews were in place. Good thing. Beforehand, they did it.
Mhm.
But no one was allowed to leave the Gurdwara, even if they wanted to surrender. No leaving of Gurdwara was allowed. So if who was in Gurdwara was in Gurdwara, who was outside, who was outside. And there was the attack. They stopped the attack on 3rd. They've allowed people in for the worship, but they never allowed them back.
Yeah.
Uh,
There were curfews.
that is a missing. That is missing. That is basically a big question mark. That why did you allow in them if you didn't have to let them out? So again, word of mouth. We don't actually know what's there or what's not there because government
So
documents.
the operation lasted for 10 days.
Yes.
Yes, the operation lasted for 10 days.
Mhm.
One thing led to another. Huge, more
like-
blunder,
Like
more blunder.
is them
You
like
know-
क्या मतलब they went to kill.
Okay, so inside the Gurdwara, basically, there are two Gurdwaras. Inside the
Golden Temple.
yeah, no,
premise.
inside the Golden Temple premise, there are two
Premises.
Gurdwaras. One is the Harmandir Sahib, that is in the center of the ocean. Oh,
The main
Sarowar.
Golden Temple
Yes.
जिसको बोलते हैं.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and other is the Akal Takht Sahib. Akal Takht Sahib was made by the sixth Guru as a defiance to Jahangir, who launched a law that no ruler can have a throne above 12 feet or above 6 feet because Jahangir's seat was at 6 feet height. And the second was no one can wear turbans except Jahangir. So sixth Guru was the first Guru who defied this in open logic, and he made his throne at Akal Takht Sahib, where Akal Takht Sahib is, at 12 feet from the ground, just as a defiance. कि, you know, you're not the only one.
Hmm.
And Baba Buddha ji, he was again an
Who is
important
he?
figure
Who is
in
he? Who is he?
Sikh history. He served 6 guruships.
Hmm.
He
Six.
served 6 lineage of gurus. Yes,
Like how old was he?
really old. But he served under 6 gurus,
From number.
right? And he was the architect
Mhm.
who designed the entire Golden Temple premises, Harmandir Sahib, and the Akal Takht Sahib.
Mhm.
Since Akal Takht Sahib was supposed to be a political center for Sikhs, right? It was designed in such a way that while sitting inside the Golden Temple, you cannot see Akal Takht Sahib from any window, the roof, anywhere. And while sitting
It's
inside
constructed in such a way you
yep,
cannot see it.
Yeah.
and while sitting inside the Akal Takht Sahib, you can always see directly inside the Golden Temple.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, what? How is that possible? Okay.
That is because when you are focusing on God,
Me.
your mind should not have politics in it.
Hmm.
But once you're focusing on politics, you always should have Guru in your mind.
Hmm.
Oh, acha. That is how it was made.
That is how it was made. And since it was a political issue that was happening, uh, uh, Bhindranwala moved to Golden Temple's premise, right, in the Akal Takht Sahib in May. And some say the plan were drafted already in February for this to happen. They were just waiting for the move, Falana Damkana, Bharta again. And okay, so actually this happened. They opened up, they closed again, they did the entire Blue Star operation.
Wait, first of all, they declared that no one can go out or no one can go anywhere.
Right.
Hmm.
And then they entered and started the
ठीक है?
Firing.
Yep, they did that.
firing.
And they brought the entire Akal Takht Sahib down with tanks. They got tanks inside the premise of the Golden Temple. Uh, right, they brought down the tank. They brought the entire Gurdwara down.
Hmm.
Abhi tak it's not like it's
No, it's
ठीक
already
है?
rebuilt. So
rebuilt.
Now the government rebuilt it later on.
yeah.
The Sikhs tore it down and rebuilt it again with their funds.
Hmm.
That we do not want any government help.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So
Was it made the way it was?
it was tried to, but now you can see the top of the Gurdwaras because it was extended in height.
Hmm.
Oh. So from Abhi Golden Temple se you can see further.
That too from the roof of the Golden Temple and jumping like you're trying to see. Then you
But
can
no
see.
one will be allowed to go there, I guess.
You're allowed on the roof, but
Yeah, nobody would try to jump and watch.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
from the other Gurudwara, you can see.
you can still
Golden.
see it inside.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But of course, the architecture can never be that way, you know,
The way it was, yeah.
the way it was.
Hmm.
And this happened, the attack got completed. And during even, see, there's always kirtan going on inside the Golden Temple.
The people, the army who was instructed to do that, I mean, the soldiers didn't think twice before doing such thing.
It was an order, no?
Order from.
By soldiers,
yeah.
nothing. It was an order.
They had no
If their
choice.
leader gives an order, they have to follow it. They have no choice.
Mhm.
So 2-6 also, like they say that there were 2-6 in the army.
Hmm.
One decided to say, and one decided to leave the army.
Hmm.
Even the earlier army leader who was given the order was a Sikh
Hmm.
because they wanted Sikh to handle it.
Hmm.
But he left the army and he came to Bhindranwala beforehand, and you know, he helped train them because he knew the army was coming.
Hmm.
Was there a clash between both? Yeah, was it like
There
one
was a
side?
clash. There was a
Okay.
clash. This time there was a clash. Right. And I know like a lot of bad stuff happened which was not supposed to happen.
Hmm.
And but
So
in the
everybody
process,
in
many innocents were killed
Hmm.
because of the fear of the government.
Hmm.
And when that is the main point, right? So you know that there's kirtan going on inside a gurdwara every time.
Mm-hmm.
So if people are
24
reading from
into
the Guru
7.
Granth,
24
no,
into
basically, so in the morning,
4.
when we are reading from the Guru Granth Sahib, after the Guru Granth Sahib closes, like they pull up the sheets on the Guru Granth Sahib, and then kirtan goes on during the day. Then in the evening, there's again reading from the Guru Granth Sahib. Then they put the sheets back on. Then at night, they take Guru Granth Sahib to a different room, and then it all closes up. And there's cleaning of the Gurdwara from that time to morning 2:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
The entire Gurdwara is cleaned upside down, and at 2:30 back the kirtan starts again. Or
The people
different
who
Gurdwaras,
were
yeah.
cleaning go to rest shift
Yeah,
wise.
so it's all seva. So you'll actually, if you go to Gurdwara at 2 or 3 who are cleaning, right, you'll see very less sevadar. Sevadar are people who are hired by the Gurdwara as guards or as
Mm-hmm.
to help.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see actually very less of those, but the Sikhs themselves will be serving, will be helping. Who woke up early morning, who were here entire night just to clean the Gurdwara.
Because एक होता है ना प्रभात फेरी सुबह सुबह.
Yes.
Yeah,
Prabhat Feri, yes.
I have been in this. वो सुबह कितना if I'm not wrong 3:30-4 बजे से
So
जाते हैं.
Prabhat Feri is a small Nagar Kirtan, small Jalus.
Yeah, I have
That's
been
only
in
brought.
there. So मैं अपने दादी के साथ गया था. If I remember this one, 3 बजे उठा था क्योंकि मैं कभी फोन नहीं देखता था. जिस टाइम मैंने फोन देखा था वही इंसिडेंट मेरे को याद है. तो फोन देखा 3 बजे है. ब्रश व्रश किया. सो ऑब्वियसली मेरे को नहलाएंगे नहीं. आई वाज स्मॉल किड. सो अब अच्छे से पोछ पाछ के कपड़ा वपड़ा पहनाए लेके गए. So we went all around जो एरिया में रहते हैं. Then we went to a house of a person. उधर भजन वजन कीर्तन हुआ. Then we all walked to Gurudwara at morning 4:30 or 5. No, not 4. 4:30 बजे. हाँ, तो 4:30 बजे वहां पर लोग ऑलरेडी थे जो दूध में ये लस्सी, ड्राई फ्रूट्स का लस्सी,
Kachi
कच्ची लस्सी,
lassi.
but it had dry fruits and stuff.
That you can put anything, but
Yeah.
usually it's robza, milk and water.
या सो उन्होंने 4:30 बजे से बना के रखा था इतने सारे लोगों के लिए. They served
So-
us. फिर like my grandmother was old, so then there were vehicles from गुरुद्वारा जो नहीं चल सकते हैं या जो बच्चे हैं उनके लिए. उसमें फिर वो आके हमको घर तक तो नहीं, वो हाउस जो जिनके थे वहां पे हम 5-5:30 बजे फिर पहुंचे. फिर वहां पर कुछ कीर्तन हुआ. फिर 6 बजे घर. आई रिमेम्बर दिस वन लाइक one of
So
the
basically,
memory.
basically every year there is Prabhat Feri for us, like local Gurdwara organizes it on Guru Nanak's birthday. We every year put something up like samosas or kachori, and we do that langar seva every year. On the nearest Sunday, it's a big Nagar Kirtan Jalus kind of thing that goes up. And everywhere you'll still find Guru Granth Sahib separately in a different, either it's a different car or you'll have the entire bed and the chandoha and every, still it's taken care of, that everything is still there. Because for our Guru, it's, very important for us that we do all the traditions and cleanliness is taken care of.
Phoenix, your camera crashed, probably. I don't know what happened to him.
I think his network.
Yeah, probably something happened. He'll be back.
Yeah, he's not speaking as well now, so
yeah.
maybe his net went off or light went off.
Yeah.
Their power cut हो गया.
Okay. Power.
I was enjoying this best talk show I've had, and I was enjoying this, and इसी में ही power cut हो गया.
Sad.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
It's
you
okay.
guys continue, and you guys can end it. अब मैं क्या कर सकता, I cannot help.
एंड
So
कर
sorry.
देते हैं, हो गया 4 घंटे होने
Yeah,
वाले.
it's okay. It's okay.
But Urban Legends, brother, let me know whenever you are free, bro. I would definitely love to come and VC.
We can host another podcast
Yeah.
with him next time.
Yeah, we can host and ask that.
अरे कभी भी
Will
आ
you
जाओ
come?
गेम
Will
खेलने
you
मेरे साथ.
come? Urban
Do
Legends. Will you come?
part two of this
Sure,
podcast.
sure. मैं तो
Like
कह रहा हूँ
I
कभी भी join my stream, be there, play games with me, and we'll just casually discuss these things playing games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I will definitely join. Because we stream at the same time, right? So our stream times
Yeah,
Clash. Or you
clash.
guys can co-stream.
dude, Valorant and Genshin.
Yeah,
Genshin.
yeah. We,
Although I'm
no, but like I
for
हाँ जी कौस्तभ भाई बुलाया
मतलब मेरे को truly informed
हैं
आवाज
I have
कट.
been enlightened by him. So you guys end it. I will join later. I'm so sorry.
कोई बात नहीं
It's okay.
Hello?
Okay, let's end it. Yeah.
Yeah.
टेक्निकल इश्यूज
Technically, issues के कारण.
एक्चुअल टेक्निकल इश्यूज हो गया आज फिनिक्स को मैं कहता ना we are having technical issues we
See
couldn't hear.
karma.
yeah karma
Instant karma.
ਚਲੋ ਭਾਜੀ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਫॉर ਕਮਿੰਗ ਟੁਡੇ
ਚਲੋ, thank you for having
ਬਹੁਤ
me.
ਮਜ਼ਾ ਆਇਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਡੀਪ ਲੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਦੀ
Yeah, see, people get आजकल people get comic books. Spider, Marvel. मेरे पास comic book थी explaining Sikh history in a comic form.
okay
You know, Guru having conversations in a comic form. मैं वैसे पढ़ा
I
बोला
think पढ़ी हुई है मैं अभी
So that's
मैं
why.
पढ़ा
हाँ.
ਮੈਂ ਸਕੂਲ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਸੀਗਾ ਕੈਚਅਪ ਮਤਲਬ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਨਾ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਬਟ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਕੁਛ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਟ
ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਹੈ.
ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਐਂਡ
ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਵੇਖਿਆ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ.
ਅੱਛਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਲਾਈਕ ਨਾਟ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈਗਾ ਅੱਧਾ ਘੰਟਾ ਦੂਰ ਬਟ ਸਟਿਲ ਲਾਈਕ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਲੈਕ ਟਾਊਨ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ YouTube 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਲਾਈਵ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ
ਮੈਂ ਉਹੀ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਮੌਂਟਰੀਅਲ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਹਫਤੇ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਫੂਡ ਬਿੱਲ ਬਚਾ ਸਕਦਾ.
ਹਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਬਹਾਨੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਚਲੋ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੰਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕਦੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਵੀ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਆ ਜਾ ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹੀ ਲੰਗਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ
ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਬੜੇ ਇੰਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਪੇਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ
ਬੇਸਿਕਸ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ
ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾ ਸੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਪਲੇਲਿਸਟ ਬਣੀ हुई है स्ट्रीट प्रचार दी उसमें ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ बस वो तो तुम्हें भी इनवाइट करते हैं कि तुम भी अपने लोकल डिबेट हाउस में चले जाओ या फिर जहाँ पे तुम्हारे प्रचार होते हैं वो होते हैं उधर जाओ और उनकी जो रिलीफ टाइट है ना वो या तो खुद प्रिंट कर सकते हो तो खुद प्रिंट कर लो नहीं तो उनके साथ प्लेस कर दो या कॉस्ट में प्रिंट करके देंगे.
ओके या
हमारे घर पे डिलीवर कर देंगे. कोई आया वापस
फिनिक्स ही है इधर ही है
तो भेज देंगे and you can also do your street charges just stick to that leaflet.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ बढ़िया ਚਲੋ ਵਧੀਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ YouTube ਤੇ ਐਡਿਟ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਨਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਉੱਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ YouTube ਚੈਨਲ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਐਂਡ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਐਵਰੀ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਵੀ ਟਾਕਡ ਅਬਾਊਟ everything I'll try to avoid controversy ਕੁਝ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੈ ਬੋਲੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਬਟ ਦੈਟਸ ਫਾਈਨ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਦੂੰਗਾ ਬਥੇਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕਰ ਲੂੰਗਾ ਉੱਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਆਓ ਕਰ ਦਾਂਗੇ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਜੇ ਤਾਂ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੇਨ ਚੀਜ਼ ਡਾਰਕ ਜੋ ਹੋਈ ਸੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਐਕਚੁਅਲ ਪੰਜਾਬ 'ਚ ਨਾਟ ਜਸਟ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਵੀ ਟਾਇਰ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਯੂ ਨੋ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਫਿਰ
ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਭਾਈ
ਉਹ ਡਾਰਕ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ
ਦਿਲਜੀਤ ਦੀ ਮੂਵੀ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਉਹ ਦਿਲਜੀਤ ਦੀ ਮੂਵੀ ਉਹ ਲੇਟਰ ਆਇਆ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਉਹ ਲੇਟਰ ਆਇਆ ਉਹ ਜੈਨੋਸਾਈਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਇਆ
ਉਹ ਜੈਨੋਸਾਈਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਇਆ ਤੇ
ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਸੀ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ 151 ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਜਾਂ 115 ਮੈਜਿਕ ਨੰਬਰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ every time there was an attack on the golden temple after that set of days the perpetrator died
पर okay, yeah, मैं सुना है, yes. So it was like a curse basically.
Yes.
ਆਹੋ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਫਿਨਿਕਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੇਡ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇੰਦਰਾ ਗਾਂਧੀ ਦੇ ਬੋਡੀਗਾਰਡ ਹੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਮਾਰਤੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਇੰਦਰਾ ਗਾਂਧੀ ਤੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਸੁਸਾਈਡ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਲਈ ਸੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ
ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਭ
ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਪੰਗੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਹੋਏ
So we cannot classify that as riot as well because दिलजीत ने बताया एक ओपन इंटरव्यू में बोला था दिलजीत दोसांझ ने कि riot consists of two sides opposing their views and fighting each other. But a genocide is single-hand killing of people. And this was a genocide.
It was
and
genocide,
not
yeah, basically genocide.
a riot.
Yeah.
Because that interviewer actually, because he was getting, interviewed for Jogi, and he called it riot. And Diljit immediately stopped him and corrected him. And, this was the first time he listened actually, because that guy never listens, that reporter. But Diljit actually stood up and he said that, and he's like, I'll leave if you're not, if I'm not comfortable. It was like really good that someone at least stood up, no? And like many countries have passed their own version of the bills, calling it a genocide and not a riot.
It was a genocide, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Phoenix ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਮੂਵੀ ਦਿਖਾਉਣਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬ 1984
So I started watching that movie, dude. I was like, I want to see what actually happened, and I was with my family, and my dad was like, stop it, and he turned off the TV. And after 5 minutes, he's like, no, I can't. We watched just 5 minutes of it. He was like, I can't watch it. I have been through it because I can't relive it. It was so painful.
ਅਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਨਕਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਨਕਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਘਰੇ ਉੱਧਰ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਲੁਧਿਆਣੇ 'ਚ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਮੂਵੀ ਦੇਖੀ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ 1984 ਥੀਏਟਰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਘਰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਸੱਚੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਾਨਾ ਨਾਨੀ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਗਾਇਆ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ ਉਹ ਸੀਨ ਤੋਂ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪੂਰਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਐਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਘਰ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਕਲੋ ਨਾ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਰੋਗੇ
So the YouTube, even today, see, I'm not feeling safe, bro, because even today, if anything happens, anything with anyone, right? My parents are like, no, you'll not go out, because you might never know when you are next. This is not a good feeling to have in your own country. I mean,
वो तो है यार लेकिन इस मूवमेंट की पॉपुलैरिटी खत्म हो गई है I mean it's a dark history that's people don't want to talk about it because it's controversial, right? That's why popularity नहीं खत्म हुई. It's like people are क्या कहते हैं scared to talk about it, kind of. They rather not relive that past basically.
exactly.
But कोई ना. And
There's
thank
a
you.
sad state of misinformation and miscommunication that happened. That's all. If only there was a better communication, it could have all been avoided. All, literally all of it.
Communication always helps. Like जो बंदे नहीं करते तभी लड़ाइयाँ होती हैं. Not just politically, हम like personally भी होता है ना.
Personally, we.
रिलेशन बना रहे हैं दो लोगों के साथ अगर कन्वर्सेशन नहीं कर रहे अज्यूम करते हैं लोग फिर चीज़ें ना फिर वो अज्यूम ही हो जाता है अज्यूम्पशंस पे ही लड़ाइयाँ हो जाती हैं इट्स लाइक दैट एंड या एनीवेज चलो वी शुड फिनिश इट नाउ एंड थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग अ बेस्ट गेस्ट
बेसिकली वो कम्युनिकेशन वाली बात से याद आई ना कहावत है गुरबानी में भी है ये मेरे को नहीं पता बट जैसे फिलॉसफी कि एक ने कही दूजे ने मानी नानक कहे दोनों ज्ञानी
हाँ ये है
एक ने कह के अगर दूसरे ने मान ली तो नानक है दोनों ब्रह्म ज्ञानी मतलब दोनों हो गया दोनों का काम भाई अगर एक ने कही और दूसरे ने मान ली बट ऐसा होता ही नहीं कहाँ कम्युनिकेशन की गैप भी है अगर मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन स्प्रेड भी है तो वही चीज होती चलो यार, thank you for having me.
Thank you
I'll
for
go
being
eat
here.
my dinner.
Maybe next time ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਬੁਲਾ ਲਾਂਗੇ part 2 ਇਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
अरे sure.
ਉਹ ਦੇਖਦਾ
देखो मैं सिखिज्म उत्ते और 15 घंटे बोल सकता।
ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲਟੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਪੋਡਕਾਸਟ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲਟੀ
देखो
ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲਟੀ
देखो
ਹੈ।
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਸਿੱਖੀਜ਼ਮ ਬਾਰੇ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹਿੰਦੂਇਜ਼ਮ ਬਾਰੇ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ है, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ क्रिश्चियनिटी बारे मैं हर टाइम हर जगह हाथ पैर मारता हूँ कि हाँ पता सब कुछ होना चाहिए, फॉलो अपने मन दी करो, नॉलेज सारी रखो, हाफ नॉलेज इज अ डेंजरस थिंग।
Literal knowledge is a dangerous thing, right? Something like that.
हाँ जी।
इनकम्प्लीट भी होनी चाहिए, या तो पूरी लो नॉलेज या बिल्कुल ना लो, इनकम्प्लीट मत करो।
नहीं पता भाई बोल दो। लोग आजकल शर्माते भी बहुत है कि नहीं पता बोलेंगे तो क्या सोचेगा सामने वाला।
हाँ बहुत करता है, मेरा भी पहले था, अब मैं केयर नहीं करता, मैं नहीं पता ना से।
नहीं पता भाई, तेरे को पता तो तू बता दे।
हाँ हाफ ट्रूथ हाफ नॉलेज इज चलो we can talk about it। लोगों के बारे में जितना मर्जी बोल लो, ऐसे लिख सकते हैं हम पूरा।
ऐसे
चलो
लोगों के ऊपर लिखना ही तो स्टार्ट किया था, बेस्ट फ्रेंड से स्टार्ट किया था। वही साफ बन रहे, अब क्या करें।
चलो ਆਪਾਂ रेड करते हैं फिनिश करने तो पहला एंड चैट कौस्तभ भाई फिनिक्स तो चल अब चैट में आ गया। थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग हियर एंड next catches on next time, and also YouTube पे I'll post this on YouTube as well. Okay.
थोड़ा कट पिट देना पाजी।
हाँ I'm the editor myself. Okay, thanks
Final
guys
tip.
thank you Baji।
Final streaming tip।